Got a mad popping it off for us with the phenomenal super chat. Hey guys, best duo on PC. Although Braun is my favorite player all time, I still have Jordan ahead of him because he dominated his era. Braun sexuals hate me. Listen,
Bronsexuals hate everyone. Unless you say LeBron James is Jesus Christ on a basketball court, they're gonna hate you. If you acknowledge one of his weaknesses, they're going to hate you. So don't worry about what they think. But if you want to see my top 10, tune into Mars Talk Sports tomorrow. You will see mine and Dream's top 10 greatest players of all time. So tune in for that.
word,
W
word,
plug, W plug.
W plug, W plug. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. So I guess we're here.
We are here.
Yeah. Michael Jordan, though, I would say, like, at his best and his peak, it's not ridiculous to say that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. LeBron section is going to hate whatever they want to hate, but the context that they provide for LeBron James, the issue I have with LeBron fans is annoying because they provide so much context for LeBron James and his failures. But as soon as you talk about his failures, they talk about Michael Jordan and his failures. Oh, what did he do without Scottie Pippen? He was getting swept out the first round. He was getting beat here, beat there. But that at the same time, you acknowledge, oh, yeah, LeBron was too young in 2007. LeBron wasn't himself in 2011. LeBron faced the Golden State Warriors. So how are you going to do that to him? It's like, it's so stupid. So just don't even bring points like that up when you're comparing those two. You can't provide context for one guy and not the other. It's just stupid. Because Michael Jordan's facing the Boston Celtics.
And the Bucks. He lost to the Bucks 3-1
He
one
did
time.
lose to the Bucks. Yeah,
Shout
he
out to
did lose
Sidney
to the Bucks.
Moncrief. But there that brings me to I saw a TikTok like maybe a couple days ago. It was something. It was a LeBron James fan. He was like, "Oh, Michael Jordan fans act like he was playing 1-on-5 and he was winning 6 rings by himself." And then someone obviously did a video reply to that, like, "Yeah, basketball isn't played 1-on-5. You don't win it. You don't win by yourself. It's a team sport. Blah blah blah." Michael Jordan didn't win by himself. So I'm like, facts. This is facts. Then someone in the comments was like, well, LeBron James fans act like LeBron James was playing 1-on-5 too. And then someone replies to that, well, technically he did. I'm like, bro, you just missed the whole point. You just missed the whole point of the video. I'm like, what's going on? You literally just did the reverse. I'm like, bro, did you not watch the video you're talking on? I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And then someone else was like, oh yeah, they act like every championship team doesn't have at least 2 superstars. I'm like, okay, that's not true. So first of all, you must just be acting like superstars mean nothing because there's no way you believe every championship team had 2 superstars. Then he replied to me like, first of all, he said that my takes are terrible, so he must know me. But then he was like, oh, tell me 5 championship teams without 2 superstars. I gave him the 2022 Golden State Warriors, the 2021 Milwaukee Bucks, the 2019 Toronto Raptors, the 2014 San Antonio Spurs, and the 2011 Dallas Mavericks. All just since 2010. I gave him 5. Easy.
Yeah,
You
within
want
the
to know
last
the
10
names
years.
he told me? 2022, Stephen Clay Thompson. 2021, Giannis and Drew Holiday. 2019, Kawhi and Siakam. Maybe Kyle Lowry. 2014, Kawhi and Tim Duncan. 2011, Dirk and Jason Terry. Superstars. Superstars.
TikTok is so bad. Like that's why it's like you can't even talk to people like that. Cause like it's so many weird points that they bring up. That's funny as hell, Mars.
TikTok's
And that's the thing I
hilarious.
hate about LeBron fans, right? And oh my god, I was thinking about this last night as I was watching the game, and it pisses me off because you know how we had that conversation about LeBron James making his teammates better?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it? And then you know the narrative of, oh, LeBron's role players just can't handle the pressures of playing with LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Mars, answer me this question. For what superstar player has that ever been an issue with besides LeBron James?
Where their role players couldn't play.
Handle the pressure of playing next to them.
I don't know, because I mean, Kobe Bryant had role players in LA, which Brighter Lights role players alongside Pau Gasol, they seemed to play pretty fine. And when they didn't, I mean, no one blamed the role players. I mean, but different standards for different people, I guess. It's just
no,
role
because
players' fault.
this is my issue with LeBron James fans. And then instead of just acknowledging that, you know what, maybe I am wrong with my assessment of LeBron James making his teammates better. Maybe it's just he just doesn't do a good enough job to put his teammates in good enough scenarios to be successful. Maybe because of his heliocentric style of basketball is what jeopardizes those guys' style of play. So the overall performance is going to affect them. It's not about them handling the pressures of playing with LeBron James, because that's the only guy in NBA history that y'all give that bailout to. MJ never had that issue. Duncan never had that issue. Kobe never had that issue. Hakeem never had that issue. Who else? Who I could just keep going down the line. Will Chamberlain, you could probably argue he had that issue. You want to know why? Because he held the ball too damn fucking much.
It's just funny that when they win, it's LeBron James won with a bunch of bums and he carried the team, and then when they lose, it's his team's trash. He had no chance of winning. How are you gonna give him all the credit when they win, and then when they lose, say it's everyone else's fault? Like
the role players can't handle the pressure.
That's just hypocritical to me. The way I've always viewed it, if you give someone all the credit when they win, you better give them all the blame when they lose. Because the way I do it, teams win. I give the team credit when they win. The best player, cool, you get most of the credit. That's fine. But I don't blame everyone else when they lose. That's ridiculous. You don't give someone all the credit and then give them none of the blame when they lose. Like, that's not how it works. You can't say he's entirely responsible for the outcome of games when they win, but then say he's not responsible at all for the outcome of game when he loses. That's just a win-win situation. And that's
I've
just
seen that point
biased.
when I tuned into the panel a little bit. You guys was talking about if Miami blows a 3-0 lead, like how is this going to affect Jimmy Butler? And even in my head, I'm like, Marz, let me ask you this. How many times have me and you brought up Stephen Curry blowing a 3-1 lead as a point to negate Stephen Curry as a player?
I don't think it's happened.
I don't think it's happened for either of us either. So in a team environment, in a team sport, it annoys me because y'all want people to rank players the way y'all rank them. Y'all give the players so much praise if they win or lose. If they wins, you give them all the praise. If they lose, you kill them. But when we don't do it, because that's just not how we rank it, win or lose, y'all get mad at that. No, we don't have to rank like you do. I don't care to rank like you do. Y'all want to give one person credit for a team winning? No. Throughout this whole entire run that Jimmy Butler is playing on, I've been saying he's been playing phenomenal. But don't forget about Miami Heat shooting the lights out with Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin and even Kevin Love in some of the games against Milwaukee. Don't negate that. Don't negate how Bam Adebayo was playing to go up 3-0. But no, a lot of people just harped on Jimmy Butler making those guys play better. And game 3 or game 2 where Jimmy Butler had a terrible game?
He wasn't terrible, but that was the game Gabe Vincent went crazy.
Yeah, he had like 5.
3. Yeah, game 3.
It's not, and Jimmy Butler had a bad game. They still were able to overcome that. The Knicks, against the Knicks, Jimmy as in the series didn't play amazing, but we were still able to overcome that. The team won. The player's just a player. I can only rank what they do on the court. The team won. So stop with this 3-0 nonsense.
And to Jeffrey in the chat, I'm gonna bring up your message, even though it's not a super chat. He said, Marz, you literally have Bron as the GOAT. First of all, check out Marz Sports tomorrow to see if I actually do have Bron as the GOAT.
That's so crazy.
But even if I did, him being the GOAT means what to anything I've said? Like, nothing. If you could, I know you're still in the chat, I know you're still listening. Just tell me what him being the GOAT would refute about anything I've actually said. Instead of just because maybe in your mind I believe someone is the greatest player of all time, does that mean they have no flaws? They're exempt from any type of criticism. I can only speak positively about them. Is that what that means? If I think Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time, does that mean I can't speak on his flaws? Because even if I say, oh, sometimes maybe he's not the best shooter in this certain scenario, does that mean all of a sudden I don't think he's the greatest shooter of all time? Just let me know. If I think someone's the greatest athlete of all time, does that mean they have no flaws as an athlete? I need you to let me know, because if you think being the greatest means you're exempt from criticism, you really shouldn't be talking about the sport, because you can't have an objective view, in my opinion. But Jeffrey, just get back to me in the chat. I'll be reading. So Jeffrey Dovinston, I saw your name. If I don't see you in the chat anymore, I'll assume you ducked the smoke. But I'll wait.
Big dog. I would say I'm having extreme recency bias with Jimmy Butler, but it's not because he's winning though. He's just performing great. But it's not because I'm not being like, oh, yeah, Jimmy Butler was the first guy to be a number one. I don't use that as a point for Jimmy Butler. I'd be like, no, he's performing phenomenal, playing great basketball. I'll say just because he was an 8 seed and beat the 1 seed, I'm putting him on his level. No, it's not like that. It's just not. If he's an 8 seed making it to the finals, I don't care about that. Miami was an 8 seed and made it to the finals. He's just playing phenomenally. And that's how I rank him. And I'm a Heat fan, so I'm definitely going to have recency bias. Not even going to lie. Me being a Heat fan is deterring my judgment of Jimmy Butler. I don't care.
There's a little less objectivity when
there is a little bit less, but I don't care. But let's go. Well, Ticket actually put Chilltown in a great corner because I thought it was ridiculous not to give Jimmy Butler blame for what happened last game. I think it's so stupid. Jimmy Butler played very bad last game. He was doing a lot of dribble handoffs. I swear I was watching Jimmy Butler in the regular season last game. I don't know what he was doing. He just wasn't being aggressive, doing a lot of dribble handoffs. It was like he was just out of the game.
You see Robert Williams block his three.
I seen Robert Williams block his three. Robert Williams, the 18, he didn't play a lot of minutes, but he played great in those 18 minutes. I think people need to highlight that. He actually played phenomenal, rebounding the ball, getting some open cuts, and just being a deterrent of shots. Like he only had one block, but there's a lot of times where he's making guys into bad decisions. They're about to go up and he's right there in their way. And they're like, no, I can't take this shot because of him. He was playing phenomenal basketball last night. So
Kyle Lowry had the worst game I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time he touched the ball, I just thought something bad was gonna happen. I don't know what he was doing. He was egregious.
Terrible, bro. I don't know.
He had maybe the worst game I've ever seen anyone play in the NBA.
How many times was Bam Adebayo on the floor last night, Marz?
Bam Adebayo was living. He was living on the floor.
Yo, I'm watching the game. I'm like, yo, Bam, get your ass up. How do you keep going on the ground, bro? You try to go through a double team, you get ripped, and then you just get on the ground. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, that was a terrible game for us. That game was probably worse than what we did last game. I'm not even gonna hold you. That was really bad.
That was really bad.
Oh my God.
Still waiting for Jeffrey in the chat. Jeffrey, I don't know. Wait. Oh, there we go. He said he doesn't remember why he said that to me. Thanks, Jeffrey. Good work. There we go. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate that.
They're afraid of you, man.
I don't blame him.
They are. But yeah, let's get these guys rolling, man. I did start early because it's been a long day for me, so I'm a little bit tired. Not even gonna hold you.
It's also my birthday, so I need to celebrate.
Happy birthday to you.
Let's bring people up. Let's not do that. Let's not.
Everybody who comes up, you got to sing Marz happy birthday before you guys pull up.
Facts. Otherwise, you're kicked off the show, man. I need my happy birthday.
And y'all got to sing in a nice melody too.
And you guys not sending super chats for my birthday is crazy.
Yo, my good?
I'm broke, man. I can't send nothing.
Where's the happy birthday song?
You could. I better sing it. Sing it. Wait. I'm the orchestra. Wait. What's the word? No, stop.
The conductor.
Hey, bro. Let me be the trumpet, bro. Because
No. Y'all all singing. I'm the conductor. On my go. Y'all go.
Who the fuck made your lame ass the conductor?
I mean, he hosts the show.
It's literally my show. It's literally my show. I can do whatever I want. So sure, I'm gonna let you back up, but you better have a better attitude, okay, mister? It's literally my show. I could just kick you out and not bring you back ever again.
Facts.
Like I could do that.
W.
Just because I'm a nice guy, don't get it twisted. I can be an asshole. I just don't like to be. But
my fault.
And y'all get lucky that I'm not like Ticket how I run my stuff. Because when y'all say stuff,
Ticket is
I don't kick you guys out the show.
That
even when y'all say some off the wall stuff.
All this talking. Where's my happy birthday?
My bad. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, go.
Happy birthday
to you.
Sing it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Marz. From London.
Happy birthday to you, mate.
There we go.
Thank you.
20th, man.
It's not even my birthday. Thank you, guys.
Oh my God. Come on, bro.
See, I knew. Oh my God. Why did I listen to Dub, bro?
Thank you very much.
I thought it was cute. Happy 20th, bro.
Thank you. When I actually turn 20 in 12 years, I appreciate it. I'll get this clip and I'll
No. Ain't you a 10-year-old, bro? You never watched the 80s.
No, he's an 8-year-old. He's an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I'm 8, man. I'm 8.
Yeah, go back and watch it though. Go back and watch it.
But yeah, we can talk.
Wait. Actually, I do got a public service announcement because this is at this point this is just 100% true. We need to just accept it, bro. Jason Tatum is pretty clearly outplaying Jimmy Butler this series. And I feel like people need to understand that it's starting to get to that point where like the gap every game is just getting bigger and bigger. it's like Jason Tatum is distancing himself from Jimmy Butler in this
How
series.
many
series
good
have you
games
been
has
watching?
he had this series?
This one, bro.
Dub,
it's like
the
really
only reason you don't agree is because of the fourth quarters in game 1 and 2.
Yeah, and you know, I was gonna get to that point. Let me actually mention that point.
Because he actually played well in both those games.
He played well in game 2.
No, he played phenomenal in game 2. Like, I'll admit,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna
Game
lie.
3 was a bad game, but we can ignore that.
No, game 3 was horrible. Oh my god.
Game 3 was horrible. Game 1 was
Game 3, Jimmy Butler wasn't great.
No.
either.
If you want to
Yeah,
give Jimmy
definitely
Butler,
the last two games
if you want to
Tatum,
give Jimmy Butler
definitely.
game 1, I'm all for that. I'm like, you know what?
Jimmy
Like,
had
I
game
think
1. Jimmy had game 2 as well.
no, Jason had game 2, bro. Jason had game 2.
How?
Like, it was a much
it was
different.
border, it was
Dub,
neck and
Dub,
neck
do you think it's close this series?
between Jimmy and Jason Tatum.
Mhm.
I think it's close. Sure is
No,
talking
that
about
doesn't
like he's
matter.
No,
Sure's
No,
talking
'cause-
about how he's
no, 'cause I'll say
clearly
this.
surpassing him. And
No,
I don't
Dub.
agree with that at all.
No, Dub, I'll say this. In game 4, after game 4, I thought it was like, you know, I'll give Jason the edge. Like, I thought it was that. But then after what I saw in game 5, I was like, all right, bro, there's like a pretty clear discrepancy.
Whose box score looks better?
I mean, but
I'm sorry?
Whose box score looks better over this series?
For the series,
Oh, no,
low-key
Jason's.
Yeah.
Bro, Jason's like,
Dub, if
Jason's
you can pull it
actually
up
like,
to fact check.
Let me check.
no, Jason's like plus like he's like 62 true shooting or 61, while Jimmy's like 54, bro. This shit, it's pretty nasty.
That's like
isn't
RJ
Jason
Barrett.
a
Tatum
box
over
score,
Jimmy though?
Huh?
Isn't Jason Tatum over Jimmy like right now?
Yeah, like he has more like
Like,
Jason has more
okay,
rebounds
the
than him.
rate-
like this is why
I mean,
this is
I'm
so
just-
nasty.
Jason has more rebounds than him, but it's like
I was-
no,
the past two
wait.
games
I'm
have
gonna
been
give you the
clear,
numbers.
like-
I'm gonna give you the numbers, right?
I would expect that of him.
Like, it's
Jason
just like-
Tatum over Jimmy.
Like to say that there's such a clear gap. That's where I'm just like, yo, you're just wrong.
No, but
Jason Tatum-
it's
I'm
Go
gonna give
ahead.
you the box score. I'm gonna give you the box score. Jason Tatum 26 points to Jimmy Butler's 24.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum's 9.8 rebounds to Jimmy Butler's 7.
Mhm.
Jason Tatum's 5.8 assists to Jimmy Butler's 5.8 assists. Jason Tatum's 1.0 steals to Jimmy Butler's 2.8. Jason Tatum's 0.6 blocks to Jimmy Butler's 0.6 blocks. And the true shooting percentage is
It's a
Jimmy
7% gap. It's a 7% gap.
Jimmy Butler's 54, and then Jason Tatum is 61.
Ooh.
No, and
Now,
also another
the only clear gap in which you're talking about is just the efficiency, and that's it.
No, it's not just the efficiency.
That
No,
doesn't matter?
Because
Doesn't matter?
no, because here's the thing. There's a pretty clear scoring gap because of one major thing. Look at the defensive coverages that both guys are getting. Jimmy Butler is getting these single coverages against these 6'5" guards. Not to say that Derek White and Marcus Smart aren't amazing, or like Rob Will on switches, like in game 1, because oh my god, Joe Mazzulla was getting me angry with that. But like he's getting these switches and single coverage allowed to go to his spots, while Jason is literally getting thrown zones at him. He's getting thrown doubles, heavy shading. He's getting so much attention thrown at him. Like literally game 5, like after the first quarter, he couldn't even like score a lot because they were literally throwing like damn near doubles because they were shading his side of the court the whole time. That's why he got the 11 assists, because literally did not want the ball in his hands. And Jimmy Butler, he's allowed this free reign to have single coverage because they're not really worried about him, like in terms of, and they're not really worried about him as an offensive player. And I feel like that's where the playmaking gap becomes a big thing, because one guy is like, people are trying to stop one guy so much from scoring while the other guy is allowed to have single coverage.
Okay.
I mean,
But when
we
Bud does, he
need
gets
more
fired.
offense.
I'm just saying.
Dub, it sounds like you're getting cooked right now.
Oh
What
no,
do
no,
you
I
think
don't. I'm
more
fine.
offense?
I'm fine with
Make
that
it more
reason.
Well, and I hate that Joe Mazzulla's doing that, bro. I hate it because literally, and like people like to use the point of like, oh, but Ime Udoka did that last year with Jimmy where he allowed him single coverage. I still didn't like it then. Like, why? Because one thing that like about Jimmy Butler, and this is not to discredit him, but throughout his time, bro, teams do not throw crazy coverages at Jimmy Butler in the playoffs. And I don't like it because it's because it's basically like as a form of like, they don't think that he's a superstar offensive player.
Oh, man.
And it's like, bro, like,
He's not a
like-
superstar offensive.
no,
That's
and
fine, but when you say things like it's just such a clear gap between the two, I even think Jason Tatum's probably having a better scoring performance than Jimmy Butler. That's fine, but overall totality of both of those guys is they're neck and neck with each other. Besides the scoring gap, which you're just alluding to, so
no, Dub, I feel like
you're
it's an
just-
offensive gap.
offensive gap.
Yeah, because if Jimmy's not having like the superb playmaking series, while both of them, I feel like like are having like somewhat of like a closer one than it is. If not, I think Jason is more because he's getting harsher coverages thrown at him, so his guys are left open. And also, Jason's passing this series has actually been really good. Like I don't like
Jason's passing throughout the whole playoff run has been really good. Actually, he just corrected that part of his game from last season in the postseason. That's just what he's been doing. But in terms of just the scoring, I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the scoring.
And think about it, their defense is very neck and neck because.
And if you want to give Jimmy
the edge,
the passing is neck and neck with one another. I swear to God, it's not that Jimmy Butler is not passing on such an extraordinary level that's surpassing Jimmy Butler. No, they're standing neck and neck with each other. The defense is neck and neck with each other. Everything is neck and neck with each other besides the one thing which you're talking about, which is the scoring 100%.
And it's a very clear gap, and that's what I'm saying.
That's a clear gap, but that doesn't make the overall performance like he's just outperforming him pretty comfortably. No. They're not pulling because I guarantee you it could change. I guarantee you it could change if Jimmy Butler has a great game 6 and then Jason Tatum has another one of his games. I guarantee you where one game right here can decide if Jimmy Butler had a better postseason series or Jason Tatum. I can guarantee.
That's not to say that. No, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but also that's like the point of like how the series is going on. Because from what is going on, it seems like it's like one guy is just above. Because like although you think that like
if one bad game,
but Dub, here's the thing.
Can change the whole.
Wait, you said one? No, it's felt like he's at 3.
No. I'm saying one more. I'm talking about if Jimmy has a great game and let's say Jason Tatum has like a mid game, everybody will probably be like Jimmy Butler had a better postseason series versus rather than Jason Tatum.
I would still argue
one game.
It would be like that.
I would still
whoever wins, they'll say had the better series.
Whoever wins, but I don't care about that.
I mean, more likely than not,
to understand if one game can really decipher if who had a better postseason series, then it's not that there's a comfortable gap. It's definitely close.
I mean, I feel like if Jimmy like does great, like obviously if it's like some 50-point explosion, like that's different. But if he has like a 50,
great, if he has like 30, 32.
And then Jason has like 18, and like he didn't.
No, if he has the same game he had last game, Jimmy Butler would probably.
I would still say Jason's over, but it wouldn't be by a lot.
Okay, that's my point.
No, but Doug,
we have to wait for that one game, though.
No, but I'm going based off like what the series is giving me. No, but I'm going off based what the series is giving me because like one game can like, but that's how like series are built. One game can sway a lot. But I'm saying like at least from the 5 games that I've seen so far, like I feel like Jason's just been like completely outperforming. And you said that like the only one big thing is the scoring gap because like not only is it just like based off efficiency and points per game, but it's also based on what they're throwing at each other. Because when Jason's trying to go to the lane, like he's getting like the first initial line of perimeter defense, he's getting gaps thrown at him, and then he has to go towards Bam at the rim. He's had that like as well. While Jimmy Butler, he's had free reign of going against single coverage against Grant Williams, Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon in some instances. What's up, bro?
My prediction, game 6, Jason Tatum usually has like maybe 2 back-to-back good games, but then has a stinker. And then Jimmy Butler's not. I doubt he's going to have a third bad playoff game. He's going to probably drop 40. Miami's going to go crazy, and then they're going to win conference finals, and then they're going to lose to the Nuggets in 6. So
terrible. Terrible.
Maybe terrible.
But elimination game Tatum is a thing though.
So sure, game 1 and game 2, right? Who do you think had a better performance in both of those 2 games?
Game 1, I'd give if you want to give it to Jimmy. Sure, I can see that. Game 2
is for sure, Jimmy.
What was the game Tatum had those?
Game 2, I'd give it to Tatum.
1 or 2.
Game 2, I'd give it to Tatum.
Is game 2 the Grant Williams game?
Yes.
I'm not giving that one. I'm not giving
the poking the bear game. Oh my god.
No, that's not Jason Tatum's game. Especially when especially
so we're using one quarter to dictate the whole game.
No, I'm asking a question.
It was literally just one quarter because outside of that, bro, Jimmy wasn't really like spectacular in game 2. While Jason Tatum was literally like the focal point of like why Boston was
Jimmy wasn't spectacular.
No, bro. If anything, if you really want to know how I feel, once game 3 was over, I'd argue that Bam was the best player on the Heat. Like
don't do that.
Up until game 4. Because game 4, oh my god.
Like the 2020 Eastern Conference Finals.
What series are you watching, bro? I don't
Bro,
know. what
Bam.
you're
Bam.
watching.
No. Because here's
I don't
the
know
thing.
what
Bam,
you're
Are you talking
watching.
about
I'm
game
not
3? I
gonna-
think Bam played the role.
no.
of
He's
game
talking about
3.
game 2.
Are we not gonna act like Bam isn't shutting down the paint? Like
I'm not saying.
from
I'm not
games 1 through
saying
3.
Bam
Other
isn't
than
playing
the
great.
last game, he's really
You
good this
saying
series.
so because he's
No, games 4 and
before
5, Bam
better
just
than
been
Jimmy?
awful. But
Yeah.
Because
He's not
before
playing better than Jimmy
before the
overall.
fourth quarter in game 2, Jimmy Butler had 18 points on what's that? On
let me-
8 of
W-
17.
W box score, man. W box
Yeah.
score.
Wait, what
No,
game
because
was
he's
it?
saying you're saying that
same
it's because of one quarter. It's because of one quarter. No, it's not because of one quarter. He was blowing.
bro,
the whole
I'm sorry,
game.
bro, but 18 on 17 shots, like that's like
How many free throws up?
Oh my God, dude.
2.
Was that game
Okay.
1 or 2?
2.
Too.
2. Oh, yeah.
So 18 points on 18 scoring.
Yeah, I
attempts.
think gotta give take
He's
game
going
2
by
to Tatum.
2s.
I
Not
think
3s.
game 1's Jimmy though.
Yeah, so-
game 1's Jimmy.
18 points and 18 scoring.
that's
attempts.
pretty mid. Like,
Yeah.
especially
So
since
it's
you're getting
like-
single coverages. thrown
What's
at you.
what's his PER?
Oh my
Mm.
God.
I don't know.
What's
So
his
low
defensive
key,
rating
it
in the
might
first
be
3
3-2
quarters?
Tatum in Tatum's favor. I ain't gonna lie. Might
Wait,
be
what's up, bro?
Tatum's favor.
Well, the series is 3-2 Miami.
Yeah,
So
it's 3-2
who cares?
Miami, which is I'm fine with saying that it's 3-2 Tatum. But in game 2, the game 2 performance, and then for you to just discount one entire quarter that happened where Jason Tatum.
But I
played
feel like you're
God-
discounting the
I'm
other
not,
3.
I'm not discounting the other 3. I'm saying they're close with one another. But I'm saying if we're gonna count all the quarters, then guess what? That fourth quarter needs to be included. And that fourth quarter, Jason Tatum played terrible.
No, and
Terrible.
I'm not disagreeing that he didn't play good. Like I was like, yeah,
Which
he
is
did.
fine.
He did.
If it's one quarter that decided it, it's fine. It's not that Jason Tatum just played on a far inferior level to Jimmy Butler. No, but Jimmy can get the edge because he severely outperformed Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum severely underperformed.
Okay, no, bro. If we're gonna say that one quarter is gonna dictate whether somebody severely outperformed them,
I never
even-
said severely
That
outperformed
wasn't
them.
the
Wait, no,
wording.
it's
That
because
wasn't
like
the
that's what I
fourth
heard from you.
quarter.
No, it's because that's what I heard
the
from you.
fourth quarter. The fourth
he
quarter severely underperformed Jason Tatum, and then Jimmy Butler severely outperformed him in that fourth quarter. The totality of the game is neck and neck. That fourth quarter gives Jimmy the edge. That's what I'm trying to get through your head.
All right, who
But,
outperformed 2 in the first quarter?
I'm sorry.
First quarter. He said.
No,
Yeah,
no,
who
Marz,
outperformed
don't even
two?
say that. No, don't even say that. Who outperformed in the first 3 quarters of both games?
Of game
Both
one and
games.
I was gonna.
I know game
I
2 it was
I
Tatum for sure because he
I
had
was
like
gonna
14
get
in the third.
Because this is my point that I'm trying to grasp. Like I get the like I'm not saying that the fourth quarter doesn't hold weight because obviously it's the most important quarter. So I do want to keep that in mind. I mean, oh yeah, like
What?
everything's
Oh,
important.
come on,
but
don't
you
do
know,
that.
everything's important. but
I
you
mean,
know,
if you're up 40, I mean the full quarter is kind of inconsequential.
no, but oh my god, you get the point. But
Yeah, I
here's
get the
the-
point. No.
in 8 quarters, we're using 2 quarters to decide whether somebody is better than the other person.
Playing better.
What?
Or who played better? Who played?
I don't.
It's the
So,
whole totality. of
I
the game.
think Jason was better in game 2, and I feel like he has a good argument in game 1.
He had
So
the
it's-
argument better for
so
game.
Who was
2
better
than
in game
1,
3?
No, Jimmy, but
I think
Okay.
Jimmy. Yeah.
Jimmy wasn't even the best in game 3. to
Yeah,
be honest.
that doesn't
It's
matter.
not about
He
who
was
Bam,
better
but
than
Jimmy
Jason
and
Come on,
Tatum
you
played
No, that was the
You
Bam
know,
game.
Sure,
That
wait,
was the
for
Bam
the
game.
record,
That's
question,
Wait,
wait. You do
Bam,
realize.
bro, like,
Wait, watch this, guys. Watch this. You do realize that you're basing your overall totality of like Jason Tatum in game 2 off of one quarter.
What, the third quarter?
The third quarter
Third
is where he got
quarter?
a good chunk of
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
his
he got hot.
production. Outside of that, Jimmy Butler outperformed
This is
Jason
immaculate box score watching.
I know,
gotta say,
because
bro,
this
like,
is no, now because
crazy.
now
He
look,
did play well that
because
third
he wants to
quarter,
do
though,
it. He wants to do it to the fourth quarter, right? Jason Tatum, literally, the reason why you're saying, oh, he's outperforming through all the other 3 quarters is literally because of what he did in the third quarter, and he had a phenomenal third quarter. Outside of that, it was neck and neck throughout the whole entire game besides that third quarter. So please, let's just stop doing this nasty shit of just taking out quarters because it's just nasty as fuck. And let's just go off the totality of the game.
I'm not
At
saying
the totality of the game, Jimmy Butler outperformed them in game 2.
Just
No,
look
but
at their averages over the
I
series
don't
and see
get why
who's
you-
better. That's who played
agree,
better in
bro.
the series.
And Tatum. It's a
I
Tatum.
always ask you about game
Tatum
3. You
cleans.
say.
No, and Dub,
I
let me
always
ask you. You
about
find,
game 3.
I'll even do you
between
this. I'll even do you
Jimmy
this.
and-
Let me say that you like Jimmy can like get the edge. He can get the edge over Jason in games 1 and 2. Even though I do think both of them have arguments. I'll even give you that. And let's say game 3, I give it to Jimmy.
So he
Game
lost.
4 and
So let's
5.
move
You
on.
have to.
Game 4 and 5 is a very clear.
That's
showing of
fine. I don't
What?
care
Yes,
about
yes,
it.
yes.
I
Finally
don't
showed
care.
up.
Oh,
It's
my whole
3-2.
Finally showed
My whole
up.
point of this isn't that you have Jason over Jimmy. Isn't that Jason's playing better than I don't care about that. The point I just don't want you to say is that there's such a clear gap. That's all, because there's really not a clear gap.
Wait, Doug, can I ask you a question though?
What's
So in
up?
game 4 and 5 are clearly in Tatum's favor, but 1 and 2 is kind of neck and neck. Wouldn't it kind of like clearly favor Tatum in that case?
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, because
come on,
because
man.
they both
No,
they both
3-2.
they both
It's
they
not-
both
it's about- it's about-
they
No,
both
and here's
had.
the big
Wait,
point.
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you because in game 3, both of them were bad. It wasn't just Jimmy
But
Butler.
Jimmy won by 60 points. So
No, I'm not giving Jimmy that.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler in game 3 and Jason Tatum in game 3 were both really bad. Jimmy
Who
just
was
had a
worse?
better fourth quarter. So it's literally it's neck and neck in game 3. Literally. Game 4 and game 5, sure. That's
If
Jason
one has
Tatum.
2 clear games,
How
I
much
don't
did he
know.
play
Doug.
in
I
game
don't know,
3?
man.
No, if one has 2 clear games and the other 2 are up for grabs, and we're not counting game 3 because both of them were bad.
I don't rank off of that. I literally just go by game who had the better performance.
And I feel like
But-
game by game, if we're even going by the process of it, isn't it still showing that Jason is better because he's still getting these harsher coverages than Jimmy Butler?
I don't even like Tatum. Man.
That's
He's
a
been
better
playing
that's
I
a
don't
better
like Tatum.
stand. That's a way better
No,
stand.
no, no, no.
I
And
could
I'm just no,
say-
the-
oh, this has been
I
20
can say
minutes. of
Jason
just
Tatum
who's
is
box.
better.
I don't
than
want to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marz. You move the conversation since you want to move on. What do you
read,
have next?
Read a super chat.
Go.
Oh
You
my
read.
God. Drink more water. Outside of 19 versus Toronto and 20 versus Miami in 10 playoff series from 2019 to 2023,
Uh-oh.
Giannis averages 30.5, 13.4, and 5.7 on 54% from the field and 27% on threes in full games. Does 2 out of 12 bad series really make him a playoff dropper?
I remember that comment in the.
I wouldn't say
latest
Giannis is a
video.
dropper. I feel like he's a maintainer.
I think he drops against elite defense.
So,
But you don't
all
think
the
that anybody else would?
Except for
As
like,
substantially as him? No.
Outside of literally like the best offensive players to do it, like I feel like they're all gonna have like noticeable drops.
As far
No,
as far as I know, his efficiency becomes negative against.
It
them.
does, but
Bro,
also like,
no.
but you don't also think that like he can make it up, like because of his like absurd defensive rise, because he
Rise.
like,
Ooh.
no, because because like of the fact that like whistles get tightened, and also like just like help defense and clogging the paint just becomes even more of a crucial thing. Pans out.
Yeah, but then with Bud's defensive principles, I could also say that maybe his defense is less impactful with the amount of threes they give up in the playoffs.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, I by the way, I'm not saying Giannis is terrible. I just think against elite defenses, I think most of his value maintains outside of his scoring value because he drops in efficiency substantially against every single elite defense he seems to have ever played, besides like the Phoenix Suns, and I don't even really consider them an elite defense, but whatever. Every other time he seems to drop, so that's all I'm talking about. But yes, his box score is very nice. So
Games 1 and 2 really ruined like the Boston like or like the Boston.
Game 7 wasn't great either.
No, Game 7 wasn't great either. No, I'm not saying Game 7 because like the thing is, I'm not, and this is where like I don't want to say that like I don't want to remove stinkers and stuff, but it's like what Giannis did in games 3 through 6 against Boston last year was just, my God, like he was.
Well,
just
just the very thing that y'all accused Allen Iverson for, were just dominating the ball and just taking up shots.
I'm an AI guy, so like I have a lot.
I mean,
of
yeah,
you
his name is
Yeah.
Iverson. So
Oh, okay,
Iverson,
okay,
man.
okay.
It's literally like one of my favorite players
but,
ever.
Like, do you think?
Yeah,
like,
they want
mind
Mutombo
you,
ice ups.
I'm a Giannis fan.
that's a
I'm a
valid
Giannis
strategy.
fan, but I do think that his 2021 playoff run is going to be kind of look like Dirk or Allen Iverson, as far as his fans will look towards that one championship run to make him see like, bro, he's a top tier playoff performer. And ignore like,
Nah.
Giannis is gonna win another championship. Like he's going to win another one, and he's gonna have
I
another
hope to
good
God he
playoff run.
does.
And we're only saying this now because he only has one. When he wins another one in like the next 2 or 3 years, we'll forget all about this. It's just recency biases playing into your mind. Just don't worry about it. Just don't get on the wrong side of history. I'm letting you know because when he wins another one, you don't want to be on the Giannis playoff performance is bad train or that he's had one lucky run. I'm just letting you know.
I mean,
He'll win another
I got
one.
Giannis top 5 power forward right now. So.
You could be it right now,
Yeah.
but
Oof.
if he wins another one, then
Mars, come on,
Let's see.
Duncan, Dirk, KG, Giannis.
Like peak for peak. How about peak for peak?
Oh, peak for peak. Yeah, he's number 3.
Yeah, that's good. Really good.
Like I don't.
All time. Yes, because I'm not ranking a certain someone out in Utah. He can be.
Yeah.
I'll
put Barkley.
No, you could rank
Yeah,
the
I'll
guy
put
in Utah.
Barkley.
He just is
Yeah.
a dropper. No, if you're gonna,
I'm not
you're
ranking
gonna.
him. No.
No,
if you're
we
gonna-
don't have
no,
to rank
listen,
him.
no.
No, Sean, I'm gonna kick you.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
bro.
don't vouch for us ranking him. Don't.
Okay.
I'm fine with nobody ranking his piece.
He's gonna-
I
I was just gonna criticize
don't have
him.
Giannis.
No, I was gonna criticize him. That's why.
No. We don't even.
But
have to
that's
talk
giving him
about it.
airtime. That's giving him airtime.
Oh, that's fair.
Wait,
That's
wait,
fair.
so
What did I say
is
yesterday
Abe-
about the Nuggets? Ignore things that you don't want to talk about. It's simple.
Oh
Just
my
don't talk about it.
Facts.
No,
So is AD top 7?
They're not even playing. What are we gonna talk about? They're
That
not
is
even
crazy,
playing.
bro.
AD top 7. I mean, if you don't
Top
rank guys
7
like
power forward.
Bob Pettit,
Yeah, all time. Like, I mean, I'm
Oh, no,
not-
80.
Rick Barry over him.
Rick Barry's
Wait,
not
wait.
a power forward though.
He's a
They
3.
definitely are smart.
Wait, can I ask? Do y'all put
Oh,
Wiggins in
dog,
2020
don't know. Ooh, oh my god.
Oh.
Again, those old
2020
heads, those
AD?
old heads be. I swear he.
I mean,
put like a
30%
power
for
forward.
3, kind of limit.
Hey, Doug.
No, but hey, but if we're just basing off 1 year, bro, whether it's fake or
Oh,
not, bro, that 2020
peak AD might be a top 5 power
I
forward.
mean, New Orleans paid
peak AD, bro.
Damn, he
But-
never played the power forward.
Like, think about it.
All time power forwards. He's top 10. I don't know if he's
Think
top
about
7.
it. One of the
I'd have
best
to think
defenders,
about it.
like
I mean,
One of the-
only other one I can think of is like Kevin McHale. Like Bob Pettit. Like,
Kevin McHale or Anthony Davis.
AD.
Don't do that, bro. Come on.
AD.
80's better all around.
Man,
No,
I can't
bro,
believe
it's
Ticket said Mikhail or Jokic. Bro.
I'll probably say Kevin because
Hey, that's a valid question, man. Mikhail Jokic offensively. Valid question.
Nah, it's horrible, bro.
Yeah,
McHale's
one
just
has
as good as passer. What's good, MJ?
Mikhail is a passer.
You still think in the bubble that Jimmy was better than AD though? You still stand strong on that?
Did AD take LeBron and himself to Game 6?
Yeah.
They were
Oh
down.
my-
They were down 3-1, and Jimmy wins.
Oh,
the
by the
game
way,
in this
hey,
game
by the
five.
way,
Like, who cares?
By the way, AD low key got robbed of that Finals MVP.
Nah,
Robbed,
LeBron.
robbed is a strong
He had
word.
that one
No.
Butler
You know-
game.
And I
Low-key,
look back
all
at
around.
Rob
You
is
know,
a strong word.
Low-key, bro. I'm
He's not
just
low.
saying.
You know what LeBron was doing?
LeBron was really good.
He was
really
dropping
good.
30,
He was really good.
fam. On like crazy
LeBron was
splits.
all around.
AD
better
was
than-
going crazy too.
Bro,
Was he all around better than LeBron though?
I think AD had an argument.
Hey, bro,
I don't
AD's
think he
defense?
was robbed. I don't think he was robbed.
Nah, not
But-
Rob.
Just-
But he had a case. He
your
had a
word,
case.
But just
your
the-
word choices today, sure.
AD in 2020 is the strongest case anyone's had against LeBron for Finals MVP. We all agree on that?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
see.
well,
Dwayne Wade,
2012,
2011 when they
ones they
didn't
won, right?
win. What?
Yeah,
If they
also,
won, it would have been
nobody
Dwayne Wade.
cares.
Yeah, but they
Oh.
didn't.
Hey, wait,
They didn't
wait,
win.
wait.
That's
According to
nasty.
Skip Bayless, y'all don't think Kyrie should have got the 16 Finals MVP?
Oh my
No.
God.
No, hell no.
According to
Hell no.
Skip
Kyrie
Bayless,
living off
Kawhi
that
didn't
shot for
deserve it in
years, bro.
2019. It should be Fred Van Fleet.
Yeah,
Nah.
but that's when Skip Bayless was in his Kawhi's number 2 bag because he
Yeah,
left
like,
his team.
he only goes for the
Yeah.
closers of the team. So if you're not
A
a
closer.
No, he just hates LeBron. he just
If he's saying
And it's
Fred Van Vliet over Kawhi Leonard, this is not just.
I mean, Kawhi, the way Fred VanVleet was closing that game.
yeah,
6,
he was saying like in the 2019 finals that
Kawhi wasn't that great in the finals. back
yeah,
then.
I was gonna mention that he wasn't.
He was still the
wasn't-
finals MVP, but he wasn't that great.
Yeah, it's a drop off from his other series.
Yeah, he wasn't the best player in the series. So there's that.
Like he did amazing against Milwaukee, and then like obviously the Philly series.
Yeah,
like-
Kyle Lowry conference finals MVP, man.
Oh, stop it, bro! After game 2, bro, Kawhi.
Man.
After game
Shout-
2, Kawhi.
Shout out to Kyle Lowry, man. Conference finals MVP.
Oh, bro, dude,
Nah.
Lowry fans. Oh man,
Hey, what's wrong
Bro.
with being a Lowry fan?
bro, it's just like I don't know, bro. I just see Lowry fans like a wave of them out of nowhere, and I'm just like,
what
I don't
Lowry
really
fans? What the hell are you talking about?
I'll be on
I've
Twitter.
Lowry
never
fan?
met a Kyle Lowry fan.
Never in my life.
Let me ask you guys, peak for peak, Kyle Lowry or Rajon Rondo?
Lowry,
Ron
I had to
Lowry.
think about it.
Lowry.
Rondo. I don't think he was a player.
I'll probably go Lowry. Like, better offensively, at least when I'm scoring. Just like, they gotta go Lowry. Probably.
Playoff
Hey,
Rondo.
Peak Lowry is a great defender. Like a great defender.
Playoff
Better,
Rondo.
better Rondo?
Better run. Hey, bro, he got a shot. Like Kyle Lowry could actually like make the 3, and also he didn't get sagged off completely to the paint. Like every time.
Everyone in the chat is
Yeah.
saying Rondo. So
Yes.
Rondo.
Playoff Rondo.
What annoyed me about Lowry was when he was in Toronto, they would play like He would play great on the road, but then play trash at home.
Is Rondo
It's like
ever
the total opposite.
doing what Rondo did with that team with
Is Rondo ever doing what Rondo
I think
did?
he
Yeah,
meant
Rondo
like,
doing
Oh,
what
is Rondo is Lowry doing what Rondo did on that Celtics crew after what's it called? Paul Pierce and them boys left?
What the hell did
What do
Rondo
you-
do?
Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
gonna have
what
to
was-
enlighten me on
His
Rondo's.
best years are when they're-
Rondo's
What did he
extensive
do?
success.
I don't
I mean,
know.
Can you tell me? Because I don't know, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Dub.
The files are missing, Dub. We don't
Rondo
know who
wasn't
did
the scorer that lost.
No, maybe Dub was watching a different Boston Celtics team at the time.
Rondo was 11-9. You know, he had Jeff Green out there looking great.
That's
you know,
it?
Avery
Talking
Bradley
about
and
the
Jordan Crawford.
2014.
Oh, I thought you meant like he was going somewhere because I
was like, oh, he let a
I
playoff
remember,
run.
I remember
Dude.
Boston
I was
winning
like,
the
he led
playoffs,
them to the 8th seed. Okay, like
Oh, no. He didn't win anything. No, he didn't.
Yeah, they missed the playoffs. That's why I was confused. I was like, wait.
He only played 30 games though, so it was like
oh my god.
give him some tax to that.
He
So
was
then-
really
so then
good
why are
in,
you praising the
what was
11
it,
and 9?
2012? Was it
Because he went
2012?
11-9. Is Lowry ever doing that?
Lowry was like
11
like
and
what,
9?
17 and 8?
Possibly. It is
I think.
10. I don't know if that's really.
Pete
Oh,
Kyle
and it-
Lowry was
and it-
like
and
Pete
it-
Kyle Lowry might have been 20 points a game.
Different era, man.
He's like 22 a game. Like 22 and
Kyle Lowry was
seven,
22 a
maybe.
game. Jesus.
Different
He
era.
was just more scoring the ball.
Just
though.
sucked in the playoffs though, without
Yeah.
Kawhi. So
You know what's
it was-
crazy? That
Those-
same
those
year,
plays
Lowry.
definitely-
You know what's crazy? That same year, Lowry had 18 and 7.5. So it's like,
Mm.
so even that year, like, was
Mike
Rondo even-
Conley or Kyle Lowry?
Ooh.
Somebody
Oh,
said-
Lowry
Lowry.
clears.
Lowry.
Unfortunately. Lowry clears.
Lowry clears
Lowry
Whoa.
comfortably.
Yeah.
Why? What?
Hey, Mike Conley was not, bro. I miss Mike.
Conley was really good
defensive
though.
gaps
Like he
moving,
made the All-Star
defensive gaps
team like
moving.
out of his prime. So yeah, that's what
He was an
an
injury replacement like 6 times.
Oh
Like,
come on,
there was, like,
Marz.
7,000
All-Stars,
injuries
All-Stars.
and he made
Come
it.
on. Stop it.
GG's. GG's.
Alright, Pete Isaiah Thomas, Pete Kyle Lowry.
Okay, bro.
Which IT? Which
IT.
IT?
Which IT?
The better one.
Boston.
I'll take the Clippers.
Oh, Isaiah.
The one in Boston? No. it's
Yeah,
not.
that's the better IT. Let's talk
No,
about
no,
it. That's the
but-
better IT.
Oh, brother.
know, honestly-
Okay.
Both ITs.
You're telling me Isaiah Thomas better than Pete Kyle Lowry? That's crazy.
Hey man.
You're just so bad defensively though.
Yeah, we're just
Like,
ignoring the
That-
worst
that's the
defender in the
thing.
NBA.
That's
Like,
the
what's
thing.
going on? Like, that means
That's the
nothing.
thing. It's like he's no. Like I think I would say he's the worst defender ever. Like I would say that. Like the thing is like it's
Yeah,
just
Kiki
hard.
Vandaway has an argument.
I'm sorry, bro,
You
but
said Isaiah Thomas?
2017 Isaiah Thomas, he might be the worst defender ever.
was he even that good in the
Who could he
playoffs?
honestly defend? Come on, that's not.
Like
That's
He
not
had that game.
Bro, look, hey, bro, it is what it is. You just gotta
Mans
go
is
with it.
my height,
bro.
and you saying he's not a great defender.
It is what it
How
is.
are they
bro.
going up against?
That's tough. That's tough. He has limitations.
Life is
Limitations make it
unfair.
worse.
I don't
It's tough.
know. Like, life
Yeah,
is
I
I mean,
unfair. I
no
don't
excuse
know.
for Muggsy Bogues. He was like okay for 5.
Hey, Muggsy Bogues in today's game would be the
No,
worst.
Muggsy
defender in
Bogues
the league.
actually like
Come on.
Muggsy Bogues in today's game would be the worst defender in the league.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Lowry
by
over
far.
Mike
You're not
Conley.
drafting
Wow.
Muggsy Bogues like your team. You're not
I'm not
drafting
with
Muggsy
that.
Bogues.
John Wall or
why are you
Isaiah
not
Thomas?
with that?
The playoff translation, man. It's
What'd you say,
just-
more?
You saw John Wall.
No,
and
Lowry's a
Nah,
Lowry is a
John
choker.
Wall or Isaiah Thomas, though.
Boston, right?
No, don't do this.
Yes.
Don't do this.
John Wall.
Okay.
Oh.
Always.
Nice. Good work.
No,
Yeah,
like, I'm
but
not.
yeah, the
Man,
playoff
that's tough,
translation.
man.
is
IT's so
moving,
bad
bro.
on defense.
Mike
bro.
Conley was at least,
It's tough. I'll
even in
take
his
John Wall.
Utah days, he had better playoff translation than Lowry.
Utah.
Mhm.
I mean, in 2018,
Kyle
like they got
Lowry's
swept,
a
but
That's
like,
like, well, that's like one of the
Iverson was
best.
still good. Like,
That's
Shut
like one of the best
up.
modern offenses. Like,
Wait, but
one of the
Kyle
best-
Lowry was good in the championship run. It's not like I'm just saying like, oh, Patrick McCaw
yeah,
championship.
he was good in
Oh,
18. besides
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
swept.
he was
in
good, but
19.
it's not like he
And
wasn't
everything
like
else
great.
is like he was
He wasn't
kind of
amazing. It's not like he was wild.
yeah, but also Mike Conley
good.
benefited from being in like one of the
He was
best
good.
offensive systems like of the modern.
I also
like,
think in 2018 he wasn't that bad.
bro, that 21 Jazz system was
Hard
so
is
damn-
horrible, bro. Like usually Kyle Lowry's bad too in the playoffs, but like Kyle is really good at.
Mike Conley
Speaking
got
of Utah, I think somebody
a
brought up
better
Utah.
playoff translation.
I just saw something about on Twitter. Somebody said that Utah fans are more toxic than Knicks
What?
fans.
Wait, I can't hear you. Wait,
I
Mike.
just start whispering.
I heard that Utah fans were worse than Knicks fans.
I don't know.
Utah
I don't-
has
It
fans.
might be
don't
more
know.
racist.
I'm assuming it's because of racism. So
Yeah.
They
wait,
said
wait,
as toxic as Knicks fans.
Dub,
y'all
Dub,
see
can,
that-
Dub, can we read the
Titles?
super chat? It's very on topic. Can we read the super chat?
I'm gonna rotate the guests. I appreciate you guys for pulling up, man.
W rotation.
Salute, brothers.
Thank you for singing happy birthday.
You're welcome.
AJ24. This may be a hot take, but Lowry peak tire and is greater all time than Klay Thompson. Klay gets praised by the masses for being in the Golden State system, but consistently doesn't perform in the playoffs. Dab, how do you
His
feel?
playoff translation isn't that bad, actually.
How do you feel about Kyle Lowry over Klay Thompson? You agree?
Well, he's saying Kyle Lowry or Clay? No, not at all.
He peaked higher and he's greater all time.
No, not at all.
But playoff translation, he doesn't perform.
Even with Klay Thompson compared to himself underperforms, is still I would take that over Kyle.
But Golden State system.
Can Kyle shoot like Klay Thompson?
In the Golden State system.
Yeah, I think Klay Thompson's very portable. He could be that guy.
W words.
I think he could be that guy in a lot of scenarios.
Danny Green with opportunity.
No, he's not. That's nasty.
Danny Green with opportunity.
So you think Danny Green on the Golden State Warriors is replicating what Klay Thompson has done?
4 championships? Yes.
Is he with the gravity and everything? Klay Thompson?
Danny Green with opportunity, man. Danny Green with opportunity.
Is doing what Klay Thompson's done. Say yes.
100%. Yes, 100%. Yes.
So who's better, Danny Green or Klay Thompson all time?
In the Golden State system? Let's not forget Danny Green was going to win a Finals MVP.
Go ahead, Marz. I just want you to say.
Danny Green.
Cool.
In the Golden State system, Danny Green. W clip, by the way. W clip.
Yeah, well, yeah, thank you.
Please don't clip that because people are gonna think I'm serious. I'm not doing ESPN Mars for anyone other than LeBron James. Eustace, where is Draymond's all time as a power forward? You have Draymond anywhere in the top 10 or anything?
Shit. Would he be better than Mikal? I think he might be better than Mikal.
He's better than Pau Gasol?
I don't know. I will pick Powell over Dre. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dennis Rodman.
Powell, Dennis Rodman.
I'm trying to think of some people who had some sort of launch. Like I could ask Chris Webber.
I may go with Chris Webber too.
Any other? I mean, I don't want to talk about.
Are these guys Chris Bosh or Draymond? I may go with Chris Bosh too.
I'd take Draymond's, but
that could be my bias seeping in. But I do think Chris Bosh could lead a team more than Draymond and be a ceiling raiser. He's proven both.
That's very fair. That's very fair. But I think we need to focus on Danny Green being Klay Thompson with less opportunity.
So the guys we just named, is that like the lower top 10 range, or is that top?
I don't know. I don't have a list of like top 10 power forwards because that position is just kind of meh after like the top 6 or 7 guys. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't tell you why I definitively have Kevin McHale over Pau Gasol. I couldn't tell you definitively why. So I just thought of guys who I thought would probably be in a similar tier, and I just asked you where you'd have them. Amari Stoudemire?
He's probably top 5. Amari Stoudemire.
Okay.
So I think, I'm not going to lie, he's going to be around the 14 to 18 range. I think that's where Draymond would be.
That's fair. That's fair.
We'll have to make a list in the offseason.
One more before we bring up people. Frosted Flakes. Me and Marz got the same birthday. We're twins for real. This is not my birthday, so you're on your own. There you go. Lonely guy. You can bring up. Okay. I asked Fluent and Chill this question last night, and I want your opinion on this trade. Simmons, Nurkic, and Sharp, and the 3rd pick, and a 26th and 28th first round pick for Joel Embiid. How do you feel?
I don't think. Why would Portland send that? That's my thing. I think that'll be ridiculous because they need to go through a rebuild, and I don't think. I mean,
you don't think Damon Embiid gets it done, like with role players?
But you're getting rid of damn near all the role players.
Well, Nurkic is just a straight swap for Embiid, so that's fine.
But Simmons is
Simmons is a key player. Shaden Sharp is good, but he's like
he's replaceable.
Yeah, even though he is my second Jalen Green, just so everyone knows. So,
but who outside of that would be able? Because Jeremy Grant.
Hey, Cam Reddish playing time.
Oh man,
there we go. Cam Reddish turning
into Paul George for a while.
There we go. That's the only reason I'm happy with the trade. That means Cam Reddish gets opportunity. Then you have Dame, Paul George, and Joel Embiid.
No, stop. It's not Paul George. It's not Paul George.
That's Paul George, right?
Oh wait, actually, that'll actually be good if they could find a way to get a like a PG in the offseason, then I will go for that trade. But if you're not going all in and it's just Dame, Joel, and then just guys around them, it's not gonna work, bro. Especially in the West. No, it's not gonna work at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that trade either. If I'm Portland, I'm trading Dame. Like that's what I'm doing.
I would trade Dame.
The third pick, Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons. That's a very solid start in my opinion. Trade Dame, get back some picks, get back pieces, preferably some young players. You got the start of a very very good rebuild right there, but they're in denial for whatever reason. So, yeah,
they just don't want to let go, man.
Facts.
Doug think Jimmy gonna have some nuts on him tonight. I love it. Woo! If you know, man, that is hilarious, bro. But yeah, Jimmy does need to put that thing on him. Pause.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, why you post it up like that, fam?
Me?
Yeah, it's like you trying to flirt with us or some shit.
My phone's on the charger, so I kind of like angle it a certain way.
I got you.
Sorry.
No, you good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm messing around with people.
Hey, Marz, happy birthday to you. You have an IQ of 180. You're
Thank you.
second best on the PC crew. So keep cooking them casuals like you do, bro. Happy birthday.
Who's number one?
Yeah, second best. What's going on?
He's talking about himself.
Hey, you know everybody hates Ultra.
Oh my God.
Ultra Marz. Everyone hates your Ultra. When you
Crazy.
That, like, oh, Chat Marz.
Well, nah, I'm the best regardless, man. Doesn't matter. I'm the best regardless.
Yo, can we talk about how Jimmy Butler is quickly becoming the most overrated player in like the last week?
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
Wait.
What I'm saying is the way people are talking about
That's a little too much.
How does that make
Wow.
he's become one of the most overrated players within
No,
the last week? If
no.
you ain't
I'm
had
just
no
saying
week
the
of
way
great
people
players,
are talking
I
about
mean,
it, it's just like, okay, for instance, like Ticket today, like Marz is a true great one. How did he become a true great one? Like,
Ticket always does that though.
That just means great player apparently.
Yeah, apparently it means he was like, oh, the true great ones. I'm like, so when is Jimmy proven to be a true great one for him to get all like the way that people talk about Jimmy is as if, oh, he smiled, he's gonna come into Boston and drop 50 based on what evidence? Like he
dropped 50 versus the Bucks,
right? But
It's his aura.
Jimmy Butler's been poor. I don't think he's played below standard the last 2 games. And if Caleb Martin comes off his historic shooting pace, especially with Gabe Vincent being compromised, it's looking spooky for Miami, bro. All I'm saying. Like
it is.
It
I
really
would say it's because of Jimmy. I don't think it's because of Jimmy.
Right now, Doug?
It really is looking spooky because if Caleb Martin stops shooting whatever crazy percentage from 3, every time I see this dude shoot a 3 ball for the first 4 games, it looks like it's going in. Like if that comes down and then their offense a little bit and Jimmy doesn't play to that level, it's looking spooky.
So the way I feel about it, Marz, is if Gabe Vincent comes back, I would have a lot of confidence that we'll win because I think Kyle Lowry off the bench is best for him. I don't think he should be out there putting in starters minutes so you see repeats of what happened last game. And I don't know how. I don't know why, but I think I said this before. I think he was phenomenal as a 6th man for the rest of his career. As a starter, not so much. So I hope Gabe Vincent comes back. I'll be very much confident. If not, I'll have to rely on Jimmy Butler having a 30 or 40-point game in order for us to win. And I'm not sure if that can happen.
Not Bam? You're not relying on Bam?
Bam too. Bam could 18, 20 points. That's Bam, what he does. But it's going to be a lot of carrying from Jimmy Butler, I think.
Dub, and this is the worst thing that you don't want. Jimmy to actually have the game you're talking about, and they still lose because those other role players don't hit as they were earlier this series.
That's fine with me because then nobody's going to crucify Jimmy Butler like that.
Nah. You can't blow a 3-0
lead. Jimmy can have 50 in Game 7. If they lose, he blew a 3-0.
Yeah, bro, you blow a 3-0 lead. That's not a good that's not a good look.
They weren't supposed to be up 3-0, Marz.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, no, there will 100% be people saying that.
Yeah,
because that'd be
overreacting people.
Because unlike a typical 3-1 comeback, you have to lose 2 home games too. So I don't know.
It's crazy how people overreact so much to so many things that they end up just going from one end of the extreme to the other in like 2 weeks. Like it's ridiculous. And then they get mad. And then they get mad at like you for not overreacting in the first place.
That's what a fanatic is called.
It's like what's going on? Like I didn't overreact when Jimmy was going crazy. Now if he loses, I'm not gonna overreact then. But you guys are gonna go from top 5 to not top 10. So.
Did you see on TikTok the Jokic clip with John Stockton?
What?
Oh, how everyone now all of a sudden Jokic is better passing the
Bro, if that came out
Oh,
6-7 months ago, John Stockton's the leading assist leader. How can you compare that to Jokic? He's a true point guard. He gets those guys involved. The most complicated pass isn't the best pass. Now, after this run, what's everyone saying?
I will say
Jokic is better.
Yeah, not long ago, I was reading the comments of me saying Jokic is a top 5 passer of all time. I ain't seen no one agreeing with me in those comments
at all.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know how Jokic just became magically better, but I guess.
Dub, I have a question for you.
Plus, he's about to win. That's why.
Ridiculous.
I got
So everyone's talking about Jimmy, Bam, how the players are playing, but I feel like the change with the Boston series is we figured out the zone on you guys. We put James Tatum down the middle in the zone. Does that like scare you at all, or you have to change your defensive scheme?
I'm fine with the defensive scheme that we've been running. I do think the Boston Celtics are now adjusting to that, which is a good thing because I think the Celtics are just that good of a team to be able to do that. I do think the main issue is, basketball is a game of momentum, right? So even if you're playing good defense out there, if you don't have momentum on your side, that good defense means nothing. And that's what's happening. Boston Celtics are they're shooting the 3-ball phenomenal in the last 2 games, which gives them the momentum. And Miami's just not been able to cash in on any of that. So, I mean, I do think Miami's still playing good defense, but when the team's rolling like that, it's very difficult to play good defense when you don't have momentum on your side.
Bro, Boston's game
is the modern NBA just shooting
day,
luck?
though, man, from 3.
Yes.
I don't know what type of defense you think. Like I was watching, especially last night. I'm like, against the zone, you're giving up these corner threes like to different. I don't know, man. It's not looking good for Miami. I'm not.
Would you guys go small, Miami?
Go small?
That benefits Boston
for your shooting.
We're already small, bro.
Well, I mean, like you either have Cody Zeller or Bamman, but like we don't really go in the paint that much. We're like a shooting team, so I'm just saying. How would you try that out?
But we have been going small. I mean, Highsmith out there, he's not really big like that. We right now we just don't have anybody left to step up.
Yeah, you don't have the
Everyone's
personnel.
been getting hurt, so there's not really too many adjustments we can make. Caleb Martin's still putting a lot of minutes too, so we're already going small enough as it is. We can't go smaller. I do want to say, for all the people out there that's talking about Highsmith needs to get more minutes, I can promise you, no. I think he's a good high energy
Duncan
guy.
Robinson does.
Duncan Robinson needs more minutes, and he needs to get fed the ball a little bit more.
I would play him with Caleb Martin, so you got 2 good 3-point shooters.
Highsmith, I do think he's a positive defender who gives good energy. There's a reason why he was being left wide open. I just want everybody to understand that. There's a big reason.
I'm just reading comments of people telling me Rajon Rondo passes better than Jokic on TikTok. I'm sorry. Rajon Rondo, Jason Williams. It's just very interesting.
Well, it just makes it look cooler.
Passes, I would think so too.
John Stockton, Pistol Pete.
Not John Stockton, not John.
Pistol
Pete, maybe.
Hey, Dub, I got a question.
I like Pistol Pete.
What's up?
Yesterday, you were saying the difference between Kyrie and Jimmy Butler. You said Kyrie couldn't make it back to the championship.
No. Don't take that serious. Don't take that serious.
No. Dub, you got cooked. Dub, you got cooked.
We were just.
You're on top good.
Okay, all right.
No, we were messing around.
Cool.
You should still make that segment, though. That was an elite segment.
That was fun. I will.
And everyone knows that.
You didn't cook though.
Everyone will agree with you though, because it's Jimmy Butler against Kyrie. So everyone will agree with you, but everyone knows that.
The only thing you kept harping on was, did Jimmy get outscored by this guy? And every time I'll be like, what happened to the teams after Kyrie left? Well, did Jimmy do this? And that's professional shit. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with y'all.
Mark's great at
That's
that.
what makes the show. Is the fact when y'all do what y'all did yesterday with the Kyrie conversation, that whole shit, I was laughing my ass off. That's what I'm telling y'all. Keep that shit up. That's the best.
You're welcome. It's what I do.
Y'all should react to old videos too. That was hilarious.
Jason Kidd versus Steve Nash right now, Marz. You ready? I'll cook you in that.
No. I'm good today. I'm good.
You
to
know I will cook you with
Dub,
that one.
Dub,
We're
do
going
you
that
like-
route.
No, those two finals runs, man. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
Did
Dub,
Jason Kidd
do
ever
you
have
like
Mike
these Bam
D'Antoni?
post-ups that they're running?
Wow, here we go.
for him?
You
The
said
Sam-
what?
Do you like these Bam post-ups that Spo is running? Where
I
it's-
don't
He's
mind.
been hitting it.
I don't mind the post ups. I do like Bam Adebayo to be more aggressive. The main issue I had with our offense last game is one, Kyle Lowry just turning over the ball as soon as he gets it. Bam Adebayo,
That was
him just
bad.
not being able to handle some double teams and then getting ripped even out the post. It was just getting really bad out there.
Don't-
And then the last one is Jimmy Butler. The main one for me is Jimmy Butler. You
Wait, hold
know
on.
that you guys are down. Gabe Vincent is out. There's no reason why you're not dominating the ball more because you are our best ball handler on the floor. You doing these dribble handoffs, you over here not trying to be aggressive. Why are you playing like that? There's nobody else on the court. Everyone is turning over the ball. Grab the damn ball. I don't care if you miss it. You handle the rock. Stop it. That's what pissed me off last night watching the game.
You
And
don't
Jimmy
think he's
Butler
still injured,
should
though?
get criticism.
If Jimmy
for that.
Butler's your,
You don't think
if
he's
Jimmy Butler's your
injured
best
still,
ball handler, I don't know about
Who's
that.
Jimmy?
No, not Jimmy. I'm talking about Larry. Remember when he fell in the fourth quarter, I think, and he strained his leg and he was hobbling when they shot the foul throws?
Yeah.
And he was walking
He
off
always
the
does
massage.
that.
I forgot about
He
that.
might still be hurt from that.
Motherfucker always hurt, so who cares?
But
Yo,
he
I
on the
hate
court,
playing against him,
diving
bro.
for the
He's a
ball.
flopper so bad
Yeah,
Has
every
he-
time.
Also, I'm noticing. Is it always been the case that post like power forwards and centers has it always been the case where there's only been a few post centers and power forwards with a refined post game? Because I don't know. I'm watching from watching Bam, 80, and some of these other like Giannis, like their back to the basket game is just weak. Like, has it always been the case? There's only been one or two in the league, or has it just been a skill that bigs just don't?
It's a skill that it's just a skill that league doesn't apply like that anymore. It's just more perimeter
It's
oriented.
I
But it's all face up. It's like, bro, why are you trying to face up
In
with
the
a guard?
2000s,
bro?
in the
No,
2000s,
no.
you had role players being back to the basket.
I
So,
wasn't
like,
even gonna say that. I was gonna say
There
as
was
far as
guards
space,
in
they
post
did a
game
lot.
back in the day.
Exactly.
Jamal Murray
What I
has
was
an
gonna
excellent
say
post
was-
game, by the way. For a guard, excellent post game. Anyway,
He's one of
Go
the
ahead.
only ones. I mean,
Marcus
yeah,
Smart
really
does
a little
too
bit
for underrated. Marcus Smart's underrated in post.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Marcus Smart though. Can't lie to you.
Nah, but what I was gonna say was most likely is due to spacing and getting to the basket is more fancy than taking a jump shot on someone. Because if somebody can get to the basket and dunk on you, it's more everybody likes that than opposed to standing there and then backing down, spinning, doing a 3-second move, and fake jack, unless you're Hakeem. So that time, people are looking like too much. They want that quick action now as opposed to back then when you had an actual system. That's why it looks less like that.
because I be
Man,
watching
like
games
this,
and I just
man.
get frustrated. Like I be watching guys, I'm like, bro, you have 6 inches on this guy. You're heavier. How do you not have like a little baby hook or a baby jump shot with your wingspan? Like it just bugs me. That it shouldn't be
plus-
something.
Another
That's-
thing, football is also reps, right? Because that's another thing that gets underrated about players. Like a lot of these guys, they know how to do that. But if you're not doing it enough, if you're not practicing enough, if you're not doing it in game enough, that the few times which you go to it, it's just not going to be the same because you just haven't done it enough. Experience matters in all the moves in which you
I
do.
got
And if
you.
you don't do it enough, of course, it's not going to look as well. It
And
is
it's
what
not
and a lot of these guys know
It's
how to
not
do it.
comfortable.
They just
Like,
it's
I-
not
I
comfortable.
really don't think they practice
You
it that
gotta know-
much,
You
man.
gotta know when to put your back
Got
on
to.
somebody, when to spin, when to cut. You gotta like feel off of that, and that's all off of leg presence. A lot of people do not have.
I'm
good
talking about
footwork.
even like a fake up and
Nah,
under,
it's all-
like nothing.
it's
Like
a-
there's no
footwork.
counters. Like I don't
It's
know,
all
man.
footwork. Most of these guys don't have footwork because you know why? It's less energy for them to head fake, take 2 steps to the basket, and try to dunk it or do a fancy layup. That's
True.
a lot easier because of the guys are wider. It takes less energy, plus they don't get hurt. So they plan better to prolong their career. Yeah, we may not like it, but the domination of the big guys where they used to back people down with force is gone because they're more conservative about their money and prolonging their career.
I think it would actually help them. I think it would actually help them because they're playing a game with less velocity. You play with under control. Like Jokic don't get hurt.
I don't think it's about that. I think it's more about just the efficiency of the shots and how there's more zones and schemes to take people away from the basket. So of course, when they get to that moment, they're just taught to kick out. Because once you get that attention, just kick out to the paint. There's no reason for you to try to pivot. There's no reason for you to try to get a jump shot or get a up and under, because at the end of the day, majority of these guys, you're not that guy. I would want Luka to do that. I would want JT to do that. Even Jaylen Brown. You're a role player, motherfucker. Kick that bitch out. That's what they're probably getting trained to do.
Yeah.
But go ahead, bro.
It is
Me? Can I go?
Yeah, you had your hand up.
It's a little off conversation. I don't want to. If Bob has something to say about what you said.
Okay, perfect. Bob, do you guys have anything?
No, that's it.
Nah, I'm
Okay,
good.
I've got a
Go ahead,
question.
go ahead.
I had smoke for Dub
Ooh.
because
Wait, hold on.
This is
Timbo had a question. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Football, quick Dub. I'll ask my question later.
Okay, so
that's a 2
it's
for
this
2.
against
Pick it
Tatum versus KD. I don't know how you say Tatum's not a better player, because earlier on, I heard you say compare Jalen and Jason Tatum. You said that JT does everything better than Jaylen Brown: scoring, passing, rebounding, defense. He doesn't drop in the playoffs scoring wise like KD. He plays better defense. About the same passer, I would say, and he's a way better rebounder. So all those you rely more on. Even if his scoring's not going, you can still rely on his defense, rely on his passing, and rely on his rebounding. And also, last year you said that KD was handicapped because of his coach. Can you say just Tatum's handicapped this year because of his coach?
I think it can apply to both, but that he drinking water like he cooking me. This is crazy. What happened with Jason Tatum, where yes, the coaching could matter, especially for this season, but when you look at the overall totality of the Boston Celtics, they do have a better crew that's beneficial to a lot of people's games, like Jason Tatum. There's spacing that he has. There's doubles that he doesn't see as much as KD because of that as well. I know people don't like the hypothetical game, but guess what? That's just how I fucking rank people, so it is what it is. I find it hard to believe that Jason Tatum in the scenario in which Kevin Durant is involved in could do a better job. And the things that you talked about Jason Tatum could do, where if the shot's not going, he can lean on other stuff. I believe Kevin Durant could do that as well. Let's not forget, even against the Nuggets, he was rebounding the ball at a high level. He was being a good defender as well. He was passing as well. Like you said, the passing isn't really that far off from one another. So those two themselves, they have other things that they can lean on as well in a postseason series. I just think Kevin Durant, the last 2 seasons, I'm a big believer of your role player. The people around you affect how you're going to perform as well. So if you don't have guys around you that could demand presence, demand gravity, even a little bit, so that a guy like KD or JT could get off, I find it hard for guys to just be able to perform and be a good playoff performance, especially in high-level defensive scenarios in the playoffs. So that's the main issue.
Well, Devin Booker was going off, and Jaylen Brown is struggling this series, and Jason Tatum's still going off. I mean, besides last game, Jaylen Brown hasn't had a really good game. So, I mean, the defense is focused on him. I mean, you could say the defense is focused on KD in the beginning of the series of Nuggets. By the end, they were focused on Devin Booker.
They were focused on both of them, so they would slap both of them with double teams every now and then. Jaylen Brown, even though that he's not performing well, he still demands attention. They're not just going to leave him open. Like Klay Thompson, for instance, his shot doesn't need to be going down. Those motherfuckers are still going to be putting a hand up. It is what it is. So it's not really if you're making the shots now. It's just if you're a guy like Jaylen Brown that demands presence. And when you have KD and Devin Booker and surround them with like Torrey Craig and Josh Okogie and them boys, and then Kevin Durant last year, which is Kyrie Irving and KD against the Celtics. I mean, you seen it. They were helping off of everyone. Yeah, Goran Dragic out there. They were sending help to Nick Claxton, all them boys.
It's not like you had 3 40-point 3-point shooters out there.
Yeah, Bruce Brown was being left wide open.
Oh, how's Bruce Brown doing?
I wouldn't even use the net series. I'm not using the net series because I really do think KD was at a disadvantage in that, so I'm not going to use that against him. I was just saying the argument between KD and Tatum is really close. If you want to nitpick, you can choose KD. I'm choosing Tatum. But I don't know how you say Butler is better than Tatum. It really, like, you say you got 2 games off of AD and
just let me beat, man.
Like,
just let me.
Tatum swept Kyrie and KD. Like,
just let me beat, man.
And outplayed them.
No,
so I mean,
who took
like Tatum?
Who took?
Wait, no. This whole thing about Tatum being inconsistent. Well, Jimmy Butler is the definition of being inconsistent. True. Like, let's be honest. Like everyone says, Jason Tatum's inconsistent. Well, if he's not scoring, I got passing, I got rebounding. Like the game we won against Philly, he was rebounded, and then he came in the fourth quarter. I mean, there's stuff that Tatum can do that Jimmy just can't do. And I respect the hell out of Jimmy. Don't let me get me wrong. Like, I think that dude's incredible.
You want my honest opinion? You want my real honest opinion?
Yeah.
Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler are literally neck and neck with each other for me.
Really?
They're it's like wherever Jimmy
So you're
Butler
saying
is
Tatum's
Jason
top
Tatum.
5 because you said Jimmy Butler's top 5.
Yo, just let me be. Just
Oh,
let me be.
well, just saying. Let's be honest. Like, all this thing, like
Let
Tatum
my-
doesn't have the heart. All I hear, you say real talk said Tatum doesn't have the heart. I mean, in Game 7, in back-to-back years, he put the team on his back. When did Jimmy Butler? Great first-round series against the Knicks.
What did
I would say
JT
it was
do
like
in
an
the
8
finals?
out of 10.
What did JT do
This
in the
series?
finals? What did JT do in the finals?
He folded.
Oh, LeBron messed up in the finals too, and we were all over. No one was over him like that. Give Tatum time.
Crazy comparison.
No, it's not crazy comparison. I'm not saying
Is JT
Tatum's on
LeBron?
LeBron's level,
JT
but
LeBron?
it's his first finals.
Is JT
Everyone's saying
LeBron?
it's inconsistent for one series.
Is JT
True,
LeBron?
true. That's facts.
Huh?
That's facts.
Is
That's
JT
facts.
LeBron?
He doesn't have to be LeBron to be better than Jimmy or
Ooh,
KD.
Maybe he
facts.
does. Maybe he does.
No, he
You
does
cook-
not.
You cooked me, man. You got it.
No, Dub, you actually
Jimmy
got
is
cooked. Don't do this sarcastic. Oh, you cooked me. You got cooked.
Yeah, I'm saying that. He cooked me.
And,
Yeah, I don't know if
hey,
Dub can
and
be on
Jimmy
open
is
gym
a
no
free
more, the
throw
way he's saying.
merchant. He's a free throw merchant.
Mm.
Some of the calls he should not get, and you know that.
So, Dub, if Jimmy blows
Put a
his
poll in the
3-point
chat,
lead,
Mars.
though,
I wish I
what
could.
are
I
you
don't
gonna?
have those
What's the
licenses
conversation
anymore.
around
I'm sorry.
Jimmy?
Is that low?
Yeah, that is low.
What's the conversation around Jimmy if he blows a 3-0 lead? Honestly, though.
What's up, Lo?
Damn, Elo.
How you gonna pull up low and not even say anything? What's wrong with you, bro?
Crazy.
Hello.
Elo.
I guess he waiting for me to get off.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
No one else got anything to say?
All right.
You-
So let's
You cooked
say.
me, man. What's your
let's
name?
say- okay.
Oh, my name is Justin.
Justin. Put a W Justin in the chat.
Justin. W. Justin.
Justin.
And I
W.
respect
Justin.
you, Dub. I respect you. I
Weston.
don't have any hard feelings.
Nah, don't worry about
Damn,
it,
man said
brother.
no hard feelings. That's crazy.
Dang, he just sunned me.
He said it. He said it's nothing personal. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
he
It
said
is
it's
nothing
just
personal. I
business.
respect you guys like basketball knowledge. I think he's just Miami biased a little bit, and KD.
You don't respect Dub's basketball knowledge. You don't respect basketball. You don't respect.
Besides KD and Miami, he's good.
Ever since he started copying me, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
copy you. I don't.
Yeah, he said it's
copy
true.
I
Listen to
don't
Justin.
copy
Listen
you,
to
bro.
Justin.
I don't copy you, Mars. That's the sad thing. That
Hey, Justin said it.
Y'all should do a look back at the worst takes at the beginning of this year, based on how this year ended. I don't know if y'all ever do that on this show, but
worst takes. Timberwolves being good was a bad take.
yeah,
Mark's
that-
Philly
that was
take
one
was
of
bad.
mine.
Your Philly
That-
take was really bad, Mars.
Imagine it was right though.
His Philly take was really bad.
Mars's Philly take was bad.
He's saying Zion's not top 40.
Everything
What
you
about
were scared
Giannis?
of happened.
Top
Everything
30,
you're scared
but-
of that happened.
Although to
Yeah.
be fair, I could, if I wanted to be nasty, I could use the Zion's always hurt argument to say that there's 30 players I'd rather have over Zion for my team. But I'm not going to do that. So that was
You
another
put him
bad
on
take.
Jordan Poole level.
Yep.
If Zion stopped eating, I would have him.
Dang,
on my
Mars,
team.
you got a lot of bad ones under the belt this
I
year.
I also got proven right about Julius Randle, so that was nice.
Julius Randle, Jokic,
Julius
Jalen
Randle
Brown.
is terrible, man.
Yeah,
I'm seeing the light.
Jokic, yep.
Denver, 100%.
No, he's wrong about the
Are we
Suns.
giving anyone credit for Denver? I just heard like Jokic.
The Suns was
propaganda.
blind
Never liked
faith.
Denver.
Like, if you listen to me talk about the Suns during the Denver series, I would explain every reason why the Suns would lose and then say the Suns are going to win. So I knew they were going to lose. I just didn't want to pick against them because
Yeah, Dub is nasty for saying the Suns.
I didn't want to see
way worse
KD get
when they had
slandered.
TT.
I was trying to.
Nah, once
I mean, if
CP3
some of
once
the
CP3
KD's
got hurt, I was
caliber
like, fuck
Jordans
that.
and
He
one
was
seed,
it was bad though, really bad. Like Jamal was cooking him.
I'm just fine. What?
Jamal Murray was cooking CP.
to be
He
fair.
was
Jamal-
cooking him.
Jamal
CP was
cooking
barely
everybody, though.
CP was barely on Jamal.
Oh,
game
whoever
one,
he was at was getting a bucket.
game one, he was on him. I remember.
Yeah,
Game-
and then he was at KCP, and KCP went off in game 2, right?
I can't remember those games too long.
Let me see.
but-
Let me
I
see.
wouldn't mention KD.
W box score, Dub.
I'm
W
not
box
gonna
score.
lie.
Let me see.
I wouldn't mention his defense.
Plus,
I
the
don't
pace of the
remember-
game was
I don't-
just way off.
I don't remember Jamal. I don't remember Chris Paul really guarding up Jamal Murray like that.
In game
Oh,
one, he
he-
was on him. I remember. Game 2, he wasn't, and Jamal Murray had a bad game in game 2. I think that he went like 0 for 9.
You know what? I feel bad for KD though, because after the injury, he's like a tough shot merchant right now.
Yep.
For who?
He's always been an efficient Melo.
KD.
But
Without his athleticism, he's like a tough shot merchant right now.
An efficient Melo isn't a knock, by the way.
No,
no, it's not.
I just feel bad for
Melo's
KD. It's hard for him to drive by people now. It's sad to see it, like players grew up with looking like that.
I mean, KD's been trash my whole life, but
Trash? No, you was Golden State Warriors. What you talking about?
yeah,
man?
but Golden State taxed up. Don't forget
Golden State tax. Yep.
That's
I agree.
insane.
Hey,
Also, I got a
you
trade
gave
proposal
AD
for,
bubble tax.
Because
Marz, I
that
got
bubble
trade
tax is
proposal
a
for you.
real thing.
You give Steve Nash D'Antoni tax,
Okay.
No, this is
so I can
KD's,
give KD Golden State tax.
KD's the guy.
You
who
give
can't
Steph
win.
Curry Steve Kerr tax?
100%.
Where
KD's the guy who can't win with a good team in 2K and then picks the all-star dream team and then is like, oh, I'm the best player in the game.
What's
Nah.
LeBron do?
You hate KD so bad, man. You hate him
What's
so bad.
LeBron James do?
you do hate KD.
I don't hate him. I just want people to argue him in the proper context. I think he's a great scorer, but I don't see anything.
No one said he's better than LeBron. I don't know why he's so mad, man.
Other than Zoe. But I mean,
Dub did.
Well,
has
yeah,
some
not
top
all,
three.
not all time. What you talking about?
Dell has him top 3 all time.
Since
You know.
2021,
He has
he's
a
I
been-
mean, I'm
nine.
not gonna lie. If you hold KD to Dell's standard of KD, yes, he's overrated. But Dell is on his own on that trade.
But KD,
Alongside
he's
some
KD
NBA
biased,
players,
too.
I've heard some NBA players have KD top 4 as well.
Right.
I mean,
Best scorer ever. All this
He's
stuff.
fun. He's fun as hell to watch. I'll give him that.
Mars, you're a fucking fraud, bro.
100%.
I'm watching the shots back right now with CP3 and Jamal Murray. There's only one shot that CP3 was on.
One shot. Interesting.
One.
Jamal's been
Mark,
cooking
did
everything.
Did he make it? Did he make it?
Honestly, man.
He did make a layup.
100% from the field.
That's so nasty.
I can't.
Yo.
I'll be honest. I barely remember that series. But
Then why the fuck you gonna say that he was on him like that?
Because if I say with my British accent, people are gonna agree.
I know, and it's
That is
ridiculous.
bad.
Wow.
Like, bro, whatever Mars could be blatantly lying to y'all, and just because it's coming from Mars, y'all would just believe it.
Accent.
Marz, I got a question to ask you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think has a better defensive presence? Actually, defense. Gary Payton or Alex Caruso? Max potential.
Gary
Alex
Payton.
Caruso.
Wow. Caruso.
That's crazy.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
saying
the-
his
the-
max
the-
potential. If he gets his full minutes and everything, and he's doing everything, because we know he's a 6 man. But let's say he gets 4 minutes activity. You think he can be on the level next to a Gary Payton style defense?
The reason I'll say no is because of the way the 90s was set up. Gary Payton had more opportunity to be more impactful defensively. Because of the way illegal defense worked and how important one-on-one defense was, Gary Payton has the opportunity to be more impactful than Alex Caruso, with the fact that you have so many other factors that go into defense now. So he individually can have less impact because he's only a guard. So I'll go with Gary Payton. But Alex Caruso is no joke defensively.
No, he's really good.
Because I know you probably got him over Drew Holiday.
I think it's a conversation, but I don't know. I'd have to think about it because some of those things that I can't just say off the cuff how I feel about those things because I might just say something and then realize I disagree
and then
with that.
you're on TikTok for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, "Remember when you said this?" I'm like, I don't even really think that. So I don't want to do that. So I'll just say it. I think it's a conversation.
Marz,
I'll
I
go
got
with
a
Gary
question for you.
Okay. Yes. Question.
Would you trade Jordan Poole for Ben Simmons and try to make Ben Simmons into a Draymond role?
Oh, my lord.
I'm just saying,
They
Jordan
have-
Poole is not really good for the Warriors. but
Golden State
Nets need a
have
point guard.
Draymond Green though.
Yeah, but I'm saying let him go
He's
this
old.
summer, and then you try to get a new Draymond with Ben Simmons.
No.
Okay, so if you're gonna try and do that,
if you
let's say
could have both of them, I'd entertain it.
Really, but that would be so bad, like on offense, wouldn't it?
I mean,
Ben
Kevon
Simmons is
Looney,
the
they make
bad
it work
nigga.
with Kevon Looney, but Ben Simmons
Simmons
wouldn't play with Draymond Green. It's more of like 16, 17 minutes a game.
You're
When
fucking-
So you guys
Draymond's
can't
not
see
there.
him in the Draymond role.
Theoretically, I mean, he fits the mold, but I don't think he's a good enough team defender. I think he's more of a perimeter defender than Draymond. I don't think he provides the value at the rim that Draymond Green does. I just don't think he's as smart. Transition wise, offensively, I can see it, and as the playmaker in the half court, sure, but I just think the defense just suffers completely. So that's why I don't think he's Draymond Green. He's more
You
like
don't think the
he's
risk is
more
worth
he's more
it,
like
though?
Jared Vanderbilt with playmaking to me.
Yeah, But I mean, the risk is worth it with like Jordan Poole. I mean, he's kind of a negative.
Yeah, I do it for Jordan Poole. I'm saying I'd have to keep Draymond though. I'm not losing.
Oh, okay,
Draymond.
okay.
I'm
Well,
not
yeah,
keeping
maybe
him.
they keep Draymond, but I was just thinking that
That's
trade
what
would be perfect for each team because the Nets need a point guard bad.
Yeah, I mean Jordan. I'd trade Jordan Poole for anything at this point. Oh,
Marz, you're an asshole. I watched every shot attempt. Chris Paul defended him once.
and was 100% from the field.
Crazy context, man.
It's ridiculous. You're
Anyway,
He
I have
never
a
missed a
question, I have a
shot on
question.
Chris Paul the whole series. Well, the whole of game one.
Yeah, right. I have a question. Right.
I hope this goes for
Let's-
everyone in the chat. Don't believe everything Marz says. Just go check it yourself, please.
No. Believe what I say. Like if I say something definitively, believe what I say. If I say
everything definitively,
that's not true. That's not true.
You say you just said the Chris.
Did
Paul
I did I say Klay Thompson is Danny Green with opportunity definitively?
That's not. Marz, shut the fuck.
You're cooked again.
Marz, shut up. Shut up, Marz. Shut up.
Please.
He said Chris Paul definitively. If he says it definitively or not, just go check it yourself, please. Please.
Okay.
Can we update the all exposed team for the NBA playoffs?
Damn, already?
Yeah, we got to update. It's round 2. It's almost the finals. We got to update the all exposed team. Sabonis is still on there for me.
LeBron's up there if you want to do a 3-point shooter. I'm just
Relax.
I'm just saying if you're being fair.
I feel you. I don't know, bro. If Jimmy Butler rolls his 3-0 lead.
Oh my god.
You can't just say that as a blanket statement, though. If he balls out and they lose, I'm not going to blame Jimmy.
I am fraud. All fraud team, realistically. Julius Randle's on there.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Julius Randle.
My Knicks. Thank you.
Domantas Sabonis.
Yep.
Do I have to run extra big and get Karl Anthony Towns in there?
Might as well.
Is he exposed, though? We already knew that.
I mean, we knew that about Julius Randle, too. So,
wow. Back to Randle.
Drew
I
Holiday.
think Jordan Poole was exposed by a lot of people because a lot of people didn't believe him.
Oh, game 6, Clay. Get on the fraud team, my friend.
Yeah,
game
Clay
6,
was actually low-key real bad.
Dub, talk to me about game 6.
Clay was doing real bad.
He had 2 game 6s in his playoffs, Dub. What happened?
He was open a lot.
3 of 19 or something like that.
As I told you before, Marz.
And after the first one, you said it's only when he's up 3-2 or whatever you said.
Well,
Kevin Herter's exposed. Kevin Herter.
Donovan.
Chat!
Oh
Damn, bro.
God.
Turn down your mic.
We'll get exposed.
I smell that from here, man.
Dub, did you hear that Fluent cooked you?
How?
On the panel.
You did get cooked.
About the notes, you got cooked.
How?
Oh.
He. I mean, you'd have to watch it. I didn't defend you again, just so you know.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Dub?
What happened? I don't know.
Dub, you have to see it. I can't do it. I can't do it justice. So you'd have to see it.
You got cooked.
It was bad.
He was trying to say that.
Oh, Dub.
He was basically saying that, he doesn't worry about the show as much as you do. You like your double.
Yeah, like Fluent lives in your head rent free.
Like your fanhood would go on.
Yeah. And that it wasn't notes he was drawing on a piece of paper or something.
Yeah.
And that's a lie.
Hey!
You got cooked.
Wait, hold up. I didn't even bring up the video. Marz wanted to watch it. So Flu was just talking about something that I just like. What the fuck?
Dub, you got cooked. You have to take it up with him. You got cooked. I'm just the messenger.
Marz, you're a nasty friend. I hope you.
100.
You're a nasty friend because
that
video.
You announced me as your friend. I have
no. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
That's
Dub's a co-worker, guys.
The main reason we brought up that Black Friday event is because of your trolling.
And you think I'm gonna bring that?
No. For him to say you call me your friend. I don't call for him to do that is nasty.
That's crazy.
That's
Dub's a nice co-worker.
That's wild.
Beyond that, I mean,
bro, you didn't even say, and I guarantee when Fluent said that, Marz didn't say, "Well, I was the one who really wanted to go back."
Of course I didn't.
I was the one that sat here and said, "Let's go watch it and rewatch it again." Dub didn't want to.
Why would I even
want to bring this?
Why
up.
would I do that, Dub?
You're a nasty fucker. I swear to God, you.
Yeah,
You're a
I'm
nasty
on. They said that on the panel too. I got called a scumbag.
You're a
So,
nasty
there's that.
fucker, bro.
100%.
You just put me in the. You just put me on the dirt. That's crazy, bro. That's ridiculous.
Y'all, if y'all, I don't want to mess up y'all conversation right now. I wanted to really ask Marz, how does he feel about the fact that Chill is changing his mind about Jokic as a passer because a bunch of dribble handoffs? How do you feel about that in the playoffs?
I'm gonna rotate the guests, but I appreciate you
All
guys.
right, thank you guys. Go New York, go New York, go.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, if the dribble handoffs move you, they move you. What can I say, man? This is some dribble handoffs. I mean,
Wait,
triple double in the
Chill
playoffs.
is switching his opinion up because of the dribble handoffs.
I mean,
basically
that's the explanation, because now he thinks John
So
Stockton.
now
and
he's
Jokic
just
is a
switching up.
conversation.
See, and that gets me mad because now he's just switching up just because
he made the finals. That's literally it.
he's switching up because he made in the final. Now he's changing his opinion because now he's actually seeing that it's a lot of dribble handoffs as well, and it's like,
no. He doesn't.
No, he's not saying it's because of the handoffs, but the numbers, the production in passing, a lot of his assists come from the handoffs, and therefore that would mean that you're putting extra stock because you didn't think it before, but you think it now, which means the playoff dribble handoffs are moving you because that's where a lot of his assists in the playoffs are coming from.
Yeah, that makes
so it's like.
I think it's becoming very trendy to now.
I see.
You see what
Jokic passing hasn't elevated to now he's in the John Stockton level.
I get it.
But before he wasn't in the John Stockton level, which means that what's going on?
The only thing he's at that he's going off of is his postseason run, where because he's not averaging 10 assists, this is basically the reason why I tell people Stockton is not as good as a passer. Y'all just going off of numbers because you watch him pass. He's not actually doing anything as special as y'all make it out to be. But because you go off of numbers, now all of a sudden Jokic's passing is now moving you to the point where you're willing to entertain a conversation, even though when you watch him play, he's not getting a lot of passes off of like really nice, you know what I'm saying? He's not getting a lot of assists off really nice passes. He's just dribble handoffs.
I think he was a better passer in the regular season.
Without a doubt, he's a better passer in the regular season. Without a doubt.
His passes were good in the Phoenix series too. I remember some great.
I think he was a good passer against Phoenix and Minnesota. The Lakers series was
literally just dribble handoffs in the Lakers series. It was literally nothing but dribble handoffs. And when he was in the post, the Lakers would do this thing where they'll help one pass away, and that was literally it. But because he got past the conference finals and now in the NBA finals, now all of a sudden he's moving me as a passer, and so now I have to, but off of dribble handoffs, that's what he's moving you as, just because he got a bunch of assists. It's pretty nasty.
I think with a lot of people, it is the whole doing it in the playoffs thing. Because I remember
he's not doing it in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's not doing it as well as he's done the regular season. But I think a lot when you first put even when you first put the Jokic has a great offense be the Kobe Bryant. I think like a month and a half, whatever. I put it in our fantasy group chat. Put it there, and everyone's like, "Yo, that's crazy." And I brought it up again after Jokic missed the finals, and suddenly, hey, that may be the right take. It's like, what made you change that? Just seeing it in the playoffs. So I think it's the wrong logic to use, but that is a common thing with, I think people in the community is people just want to see a player quote unquote perform in the playoffs, which I think Jokic has done regardless of this year. But win in the playoffs.
But that's makes you a better passer.
No, how do you feel about this though? This is a good super chat actually.
What's that?
It's not super chat, but
it's just
you want me to read it?
Yeah, I'll read it. Low and Marz, the same people that have LeBron and Shaq as the top 3 scorer based off numbers, not how it looks or the degree of difficulty. They some liars.
I do not have Shaq and top 3 scorer.
I do. It's MJ, LeBron, Shaq, I think. Low is the degree of difficulty, guy.
You don't have to explain, Marz. You don't have to explain. I know.
I want to. Okay, Low is the degree of difficulty, guy, not me. So that you'd have to take that with Low. And yes, I think scoring is probably one thing that I do think the volume and the efficiency matters. Also, I mean, I talk about their game all the time. I talk about Shaq's interior presence, his off-ball movement, his post-game, his little drop step, his little turnaround, weird one-handed fadeaway thing all the time. I talk about how his weak free throws is a problem. I talk about LeBron James being the best transition player of all time, one of the best finishers of all time. I spoke about that on the panel, and people disagreed with me and said it was Michael Jordan. I still think LeBron James is a better finisher than him. So I talk about that game all the time. The numbers when it comes to scoring in terms of volume and efficiency and player translation, 100% I use them because I think that is relevant. But I still talk about how it looks in their game. So if you consider that lying, I guess. But Is what it is.
I don't have Shaq as my top 3 scorer, so I don't know where that came from.
You have
And
LeBron as a better scorer than KD, though, right?
Yes.
Why?
Come on now. Let's not talk about that fraud, KD.
You're gonna hear play. It's gonna be playoff translation, Dub. You know the answer.
Yeah.
But the playoff translation is relatively the same. Like the official guys.
I don't think. I think
Miami LeBron. What?
I think
Golden
LeBron
State
is.
KD, yes.
Oh man, with that peak level spacing.
Valid.
But you and that doesn't make sense. You're taxing KD for having spacing, but not LeBron for having spacing as well.
Who had more spacing, man? Who had more spacing?
Not about that, but LeBron James with Shane Battier, Mike Miller, and the boys, Ray Allen, and then having D Wade next to you and Chris Bosh spacing the floor, like that contributes to the efficiency.
And then he proceeded to do that. He proceeded.
Which one looks like more of an outlier compared to the rest of the career?
Probably. Wait, let me check because it's relatively the same. I'm not even
LeBron, and we can get to the gentleman who's raising his hand right now. LeBron then went in 2018 and did similar feats. Then he went in 2020 and did similar.
And great spacing, and you brought up LeBron's competition in
2020. But he did also did it in 2020. And 2020 was not. This is great.
In the bubble, which you tax AD for as
I do
well.
not tax. I do
You
not
tax AD for.
I do not tax.
AD.
What? I don't tax AD. What are you talking about? I do not tax AD.
Chat, he's capping.
I don't know.
I do
Who's
not tax
capping?
AD.
You do tax AD for that bubble.
I do
you
not.
said out your own mouth that is not the real AD. AD is not like that. You tax.
I don't know. I've praised AD for being a playoff riser. So
You liar.
God, but you confusing low with yourself.
No, bro. He has said that numerous times. I've heard him say.
Are we gonna answer bottom right's question?
My bad. Go ahead.
He's patiently waiting.
Oh no, we can't hear you. Is that what he's trying to be asked the whole time?
Wait, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, bro. You're muted. I think you're muted or something.
He's
trying to figure it out.
Let them have their hand raised the whole time just to ask if they could hear it. Oh my god, Dub. L host.
What a polite gentleman over there.
Christ.
Say something.
No,
we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh, dude's frustrated.
Oh wow,
some major anger right there. Major.
He's a mind. He's a mind. Long story short, yeah, I'm going.
We can't hear you, my friend.
LeBron.
Oh damn.
Oh wow. All right, he's signing off.
Be like
just if you actually do what you just signified, do we get blamed for that?
I don't know.
Don't do it. There we go. Don't do it. Okay. Thank you.
He actually responded to that.
Thank you.
So but no. I think the degree of the difficulty does matter. This idea, like, yeah, a lot of what LeBron does is getting to the basket, but he still hits jumpers, he still hits threes, especially in his peak or really even for a good portion of his prime post 2012. From 2012 to 2020, LeBron has had quality volume, in my opinion, from mid and three, and he's been relatively productive in those regards as well, especially for someone who entered the NBA who didn't have a jump shot. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually did this recently. LeBron is actually closer to being roughly around league average from mid range than I actually thought he was. So I don't know. I don't think that
for his career.
No. Heavens no. Not in the beginning part of his career. Heavens no. Like 2012 to 2020. Where he's played with three different franchises, three different roster constructions, and he's been all relatively like a consistent, basically 27-point scorer, which has then translated to the playoffs. And even when he goes up against defensive-oriented teams. Ah, there you go.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I had to do a little workaround. Thank you for having me on. I'm a big fan of all y'all. I love PC in general. My thing was talking about that KD stuff earlier. Lo brought it up. I think Marz did too with the efficiency. KD in OKC was scoring, but he wasn't all that efficient. I think we had this debate was on a couple weeks ago. He dropped to like 45, 33, 90 splits. And then talk about taxing Golden State. And yes, the OKC spacing wasn't good all the years. There's only like a 1 or 2 year outlier, either with Harden or when
Stop. Let me talk, man.
No, I'm waiting for him to finish.
Oh, okay. Or when they had Davo Cephalosha starting at shooting guard, which is still, that's not great spacing. But I was just saying that KD we can say he's a good playoff riser. It's just that the efficiency does drop when the spacing isn't all there. We saw that with this year with the Suns. We saw that the 1.5 playoff series with the Nets. It's really weird. He was good against Celtics, good against the Bucks. Obviously, was terrible against Boston. So it's all just relative because I think we can say about LeBron for the most part, he's been consistent. Like his efficiency's always been the 50, 34, 33 splits versus KD's, who's in certain scenarios has wavered a huge drastic bit.
So I want to give you guys the information with the efficiency compared to like LeBron James. 2014,
my camera isn't working.
Yeah, the highest to lowest. 2014, LeBron is it goes from 66 for LeBron to 64. And then
this is playoffs. This is playoffs.
This is playoffs. 64 with Miami, elite spacing. 64 with 2017 with elite spacing. And not as much comp. Lakers, the bubble, 64. Then it goes to 61 in 2018, 61 in 2009, 60 in 2010, 58 in 2013, 2016, 58 with great spacing, 2023, 58, and then so on and so forth. Kevin Durant, 68 again with Golden State, 66 with Golden State, 63 with Oklahoma City, 63 with Brooklyn, 60 with Golden State, 59 with Phoenix, 58 with OKC. So even all I'm saying is LeBron James and Kevin Durant's efficiency is relatively the same, and even outside of the
Christ, Dub, holy smokes, you're not. Come on, Dub.
Even outside. Sit down for a second.
You're more intelligent.
Even outside of the best efficient years from both of those guys when they had elite spacing, it's all relatively the same. A 2% difference with Cleveland is really moving you low. Like, are you serious?
Holy smokes, Dub. You're having a 62 true shooting in 2009 is different from having a 60% true shooting in 2023. Come on, Dub. You're much more intelligent than this, Dub. Saying that it's close. I want to be clear though. Saying that it's close when you're referencing what he did this year in Phoenix in the postseason, where his true shooting, if I'm not mistaken, his true shooting was
59,
60%. We can round to 60%. Having a true shooting is 60 now and 62. That is a noticeable difference.
Cool. That's fine. That's one
noticeable difference.
Cool. That's one season out of 20.
And also
2011. Take that out.
We'll take it out.
In 2011, it was 58.
Okay, but let me also tell these people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the year, 5 of the top 5 of the 3 of the top 5 years are Golden State Warrior years. The other year is 2012, where I'm not disagreeing at all. What type of I think that's one of his better runs, and the other one was a Brooklyn run, where he went up. He was on all-time great spacing in that first round. He played amazing, and he played weak comp because Jaylen Brown wasn't healthy, and then he went into the
You see what the nasty thing you're doing, Lo? You and this is just the nasty you continue to do. You're providing context on why Kevin Durant is playing so well, but you bring up the 2018 run and then the comp he was going up, you just don't give a fuck about.
No,
the bubble which I brought up, the bubble was 64. You don't care about the bubble, so you're providing context for KD and you don't provide context with.
You trying to make loads of bubble tax is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep.
No, the bubble tax.
Dub, you're the only one.
That's for you. Then that's you. Stop saying that's
didn't
me.
Lowe say AD was a top 5 playoff riser?
Yeah, you're asking.
I don't know which bubble tax. Yeah, I don't
know.
I want to be. I gotta go get the door real quick. But I want to be clear. Okay, in 2014, Miami, a regressed D Wade, but quality, I think, floor spacing and player movement all around, especially comparable to that time. 2017 for LeBron, without a doubt, great floor spacing, probably all time. Not even it is all time great floor spacing and great. And also a quality shot creating Kyrie to ease up. What you call it? 2020 Lakers does not have all-time great floor spacing. Does have somebody else who was who can generate looks or generate the ability to like manipulate defense with Anthony Davis, but AD wasn't that. He's not that good of a passer nor playmaker himself. So there's not really that much benefit outside of LeBron just doing those things. 2018, still really great floor spacing, but you lose the other passer and playmaker on your roster, so you're generating even more looks for yourself. 2009, I think for that era, really good floor spacing, but there's nobody else on that roster that's generating or can generate looks for LeBron that can make looks better for LeBron himself. Same thing with 2010. There's nobody on that team, quality floor spacing for that time, but there's nobody on that team that can help LeBron generate shots for himself. And then you get to 2013 and 2016. And you go on and on. The point I'm making is that some of LeBron's better seasons as a playoff scorer are on years in which the floor spacing is fairly good, but there's not like another ball handler and shot creator on the team that can make it easier for him. While on Kevin Durant's situation, it's not just floor spacing, it's also passing and playmaking, it's also player movement. It's like literally everything around it. So even when it comes to Brooklyn, albeit he was fantastic in the Milwaukee Bucks series, the first round against the Boston Celtics, it's great floor spacing as well as two other passing and playmakers and ball handlers that would alleviate the further, you know what I'm talking about, make it easier for him. You see what I'm saying?
So all I have to say to that is when we're just strictly I don't care about the player shit. When we're strictly talking about when we're strict, because we talked about, I opened up with the passing. You talk about the degree of difficulty for passing that I said for scoring. Kevin Durant, my whole thing is I don't understand why you're taxing Kevin Durant for so many things outside of scoring and then his competition, but then you just refuse to tax LeBron James. There's a lot of reasons on which explains LeBron James' efficiency the same way that you could explain it with Golden State.
So what would explain it with 2020, Dub? 2020 is the third highest.
I told you.
Oh, you said the bubble. My bad.
And the Lakers actually, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys shooting 37 and above from the three. In the
playoffs?
Yes.
Who are those 5 guys?
AD.
Who's the other one?
KCP.
Who? No, you skipped the name. Say the name.
LeBron.
Okay, so don't say LeBron. What the fuck are we talking about?
Okay, AD, KCP, Rondo, and Markieff Morris.
Oh, Rondo! You think Rondo provides?
How much did Markieff
play? You're naming players that don't actually provide floor spacing. Dub. This is why you don't know basketball.
No. Stop. Because I'm clarifying for you, a guy like Rondo. This is why you should be able to tax the bubble a bit. Because a guy like Rondo shooting 40% from the three in the bubble.
They're wide open threes. That's not floor spacing, Dub. That's not. This is the equivalent of me going to 2016 and then going looking at Andre Roberson and looking at what he shot and then trying to make it seem like that's floor spacing.
A whole entire.
That's
not what I'm saying.
I'll just do Andre Roberson.
You're not listening. You're not listening on purpose.
You're right.
You're not listening on purpose. If a guy like Rondo is having shooting splits like that, a guy like AD, who is never a 38 and above guy, is having shooting splits like that, why are you going to put so much stock in LeBron James in 2020, Lo?
Dub, I put stock into it because he was able to do it for other years in his career. That's why. But more importantly, you're not a floor spacer just because of you shot 40% on open threes. Floor spacing means that you have the ability to get the defense is willing to not come off of you. If they're still leaving Rondo wide open because he's Rondo and he just so happens to shoot threes that season, he makes them. That does not then mean he's a floor spacer, Dub. They do not defend him like he's a floor spacer.
We're not even. I'm not even talking about that, Lo. I'm talking about the true shooting of LeBron James. If all of these guys and their efficiency is going up, everybody, not even just that team, even Miami Heat, their efficiency was ridiculous too. A lot of the teams in the bubble, they just have ridiculous efficiency, Lo. So why are we going to just put so much stock into LeBron?
What's a lot of teams?
Utah Jazz was wilding. Denver Nuggets was wilding. Miami Heat was wilding.
I don't know about Miami was wilding, but okay.
Oh, yeah, our offense was good. Who else? Boston Celtics. Like
I've done it before. If I'm not mistaken. From the regular season to the playoffs, the true shooting percentage was like relatively the same. It wasn't like some noticeable difference between what these teams are doing in the regular season and the postseason. Long story short, because I've attempted to debunk this several times. Long story short, again, I've gone through several other years where the true shooting between LeBron and KD It doesn't matter the scenario. So in Miami, LeBron, it has a true shooting that's well into the 60s. In Cleveland, he has a true shooting well into the 60s. Even in Cleveland, before he left the first time in 2010 and 2009, he has true shootings that are well into the 60s. So even here, explain that to me, Dub. Why is it that in 2009 and 2010 his true shooting gets that high? Why?
I'm not discounting it. LeBron James is efficient. I'm not discounting that at all.
I know, but what will be the explanation behind that, Dub?
No, LeBron James is a great scorer, sure. 100%.
So okay, but why is it that Kevin Durant can never do something like that?
Kevin Durant has done things like that, Lo. That's what
Kevin Durant has never been on a team that lacks that level of passing and playmaking from a teammate perspective with that level of 3-point shooting as well. Kevin Durant's never been on a team like that.
Lo. Kevin Durant on OKC, because now you're just picking hairs right now. Kevin Durant on OKC. For the majority of his seasons, his efficiency is on par with LeBron James all the time. So the thing is that the issue I have a problem with you is I'm fine with you providing that level of context for LeBron James. In that case, where do you have LeBron James ranked as a scorer?
I'm a top 3 scorer.
Top 3?
Yes.
Why? Because of degree of difficulty.
Degree of difficulty when you go digger. My assistant keep calling me. I gotta go. I think I gotta answer the door. But the degree of difficulty, the level of the elite level defense that he faced, where he didn't really see the noticeable drop off, who was on his teammate, who was his teams, the level of lack of floor spacing or other playmakers around him that would ease the responsibility of being a scorer, all that stuff. And also in the postseason, it's not like
he's a better scorer than Kobe.
Let him go answer the door. Jeez.
Oh, my bad.
Jeez, dog. I'll be right back. I know you want to talk to me, dog, but golly, I know it's been a while, dog. Jeez.
Can
y'all hear me?
How many level defenses did they face? Each of them.
How many what? Top
elite level defenses did they face?
Throughout their careers, or what year?
Define elite level defense.
Like top, like a top playoff defense. I don't know.
Like a top 5 defense in the playoffs?
Yeah.
In what years? I mean, throughout their careers?
Like the years you're arguing. Because you said not the Golden State years.
I don't know.
So he brought up.
He went against Memphis a couple times.
He brought up 2009. They faced the Pistons, the Hawks, and Orlando. Orlando was the best defense he faced. And
did he drop?
I think he struggled that series though, in the Orlando series. I do remember he just struggled.
He dropped to 59 true shooting.
What series?
Yes, Orlando.
Oh, the series where he couldn't make jump shots.
Yeah, the same series that Lowe talks about actually.
So his true shooting was still high that year because of his ability to during those seasons, because of his ability to finish at the rim, attack the basket, get all his points mostly in the paint. Why was his true shooting so high in the 2008-2009 season?
Because Orlando was such a good defense. I mean, relatively, that's why he was more efficient. His actual true shooting, I think, is because like if you get to the free throw line as much as he did,
a lot of free throws, gotcha.
Make like 70.
And then
the reason wasn't an amazing jump.
The reason in 2010 why his true shooting is so high because of what he did in the first round against the Chicago Bulls, and then against the Boston Celtics, he dropped all the way to 55%.
We should talk about 2010.
Yes, because those are the 2 years that we're talking about. Right
2010 Boston, oof, no, great time.
2010. So before when Lowe comes back, we'll talk about him more. But it's just a lot of just context bending for KD, but then non-context bending for everybody else.
What was LeBron's in 2015 true shooting?
Bad. This is a lot of stats, man. Damn.
Oh yeah.
I like his true shooting though. I like that.
What up to adjusted true shooting or league adjusted true shooting?
Relative true shooting. Yeah, you need to get the stat guys for that. You have to pay for this.
Okay.
Well,
somebody's echoing us.
Yeah, somebody's echoing or something.
Yeah, I just muted it.
I'm here to cook Dub again. Jesus.
So Low, you here? Because the same years in which the same years which you're talking about in 2010, right?
Okay.
Him against the Chicago Bulls, that's a massively carrying for that series because he was true shooting. Once he actually went up, because you do the same shit for KD. Once he went up against a defense in the Boston Celtics, he dropped all the way to a 55% true shooting. But you don't care about that. And then against the Pistons and the Hawks, he had great. He faced the Pistons and the Hawks, and he was phenomenal. Then the Orlando Magic, he still had a 59 true shooting. So kudos to him. But the thing is, if that was
do you know what a 59 true shooting would be in 2009? Dub?
Compared to this era?
No, and compared to 2009.
Relative true shooting.
Like you want like it's probably I don't know +4,
+5 against the number 1 ranked defense.
Okay, what happened the next year against the Celtics? You're the same dude that killed KD for going against Golden State Warriors.
55, 56, I believe. LeBron had against the Celtics. I think you just said.
Yeah,
that's true. That's league average true shooting against an elite level defense again.
Okay.
So
and
when KD went,
how much was the drop though?
Compared to
maybe 5%. Maybe 5.
So
maybe 4 or 5%.
LeBron.
So when Kevin, let's see what Kevin Durant does against an elite level defense. What year do you want me to go to?
2021 Milwaukee.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up, Marz! Shut up! Hey, Marz! Stop! What year do you want me to go to?
Go to Golden State is pretty bad. I'm not even gonna try to defend that. So you can have Golden State. You want to do the Spurs in 2014?
We can go to the Memphis. We can go to 2014. We'll go to 2014 run, which include the Spurs.
No, but I gave you a layup and you rejected.
Oh, stop!
I don't like
when he goes to Memphis, an elite level defense, while Russ is still there, so he has another shot creator around him. He drops to 54%. That's still below what LeBron was doing 5 years prior.
What was the league average in the playoffs? Are you using the playoff league average? Or just
it'll be even better for LeBron if I did league average playoff.
But that's the thing. So you're not even looking up these numbers. So you're comparing.
All right. So you want me
playoffs?
All right. Here.
Like at least put on even playing field, right? If
no. I was going to look at regular season league average for what's his name as well. But if you want me to do playoff league average, it'll be even better for LeBron. That'll be better for LeBron.
Which is fine. What's the playoff league average in 2013? Do you know any of these?
For 2013, 2014?
Both.
Okay. All right. In 2014 playoff 55%.
Okay, so that's 1% under league average, right?
Yes.
Kevin Durant.
And
then what did he do? Yeah, and then what did he do against the Spurs?
I think that year he had a really good series against the Spurs.
No, what was it?
Oh no, actually, it wasn't. It was 56. It wasn't really good. It was 1% above.
He had a good year. He had a good year. He had a good year in 2016 versus the Spurs. That was
okay. 2016. Okay, all right.
Oh, when Kawhi Leonard wasn't guarding him.
Yeah, when Kawhi wasn't defending him, but we'll let it rock though. We'll let it rock. It's fine, Dub. It's fine. But all around, in 2016, that was a relatively bad run for him.
Yeah. Mainly in the Golden State Warriors series. He just played
Dallas.
terrible.
No, Dallas. He was horrible in Dallas.
Dallas too. My bad.
So
but it is.
So too, because Dallas, he had a 48% true shooting. Okay. So again,
wait. What about LeBron? Are we gonna do this for LeBron James?
All right, we go to LeBron. It's gonna be better for LeBron, but okay.
What was LeBron against Chicago? 2015.
2015 is a nasty one. I'll never defend 2015. I'll never defend 2015. I'll never in my life defend 2015. But we were talking about what he did in 2009. In 2009, the playoff true shooting was 54. Mm-hmm. So in 2009, the playoff true shooting is 54. And he did what did he do in each series? Which series you wanted? Let me see.
So it was 54. So against the Magic, it was 59. So that's +5.
Plus 5 against the number 1 ranked defense.
Yeah, not to Orlando were a better defense than 54% true shooting.
Yes.
They're
probably like a 54. Exactly. I was gonna say 50 to 51 true shooting. So the fact that he was able to not only sustain but go higher than league average against the number 1 ranked defense is the difference, Dub. That's the difference.
And that's why he's a better scorer. Is he a better scorer than Kobe? LeBron?
Based on the argument, yes. I think based on
Jalen, shush, you're not allowed to say that.
I just want to know.
I would probably lean more to yes. But I think they're close. I don't think the gap.
You hate Kobe so much. It's crazy.
I don't think the gap between LeBron, Kobe, and MJ is as wide as a lot of people try to make it out to be.
Are they your top 3?
Mm-hmm.
El Kareem hate.
What's on Soul Tax? Don't care.
Oh wow.
Best on-sub tax.
And where
little people center tax.
And what about Hakeem?
Jordan don't get Dan money.
What about Hakeem Olajuwon versus Kareem? Because I just want you to apply
um,
the same energy for everybody.
He has Albert Robinson and Joe Dumars and Dennis Rodman. You know, real defenders.
Alvin Robinson.
No. Seriously, like, do you do
Sidney
the same thing?
Moncrief?
Do you do the same thing for him?
He's Alvin Robinson. Man. How much you see Alvin Robinson? I don't even give.
No, do you do the same thing for Hakeem and Kareem?
Yes. That's the reason why I don't have Hakeem. Well, I don't have Hakeem that low. I have Hakeem and Shaq like right next to one another.
Is Hakeem a better scorer than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I think they're in the same realm. Yeah, we've had this conversation already.
No, you said Kareem was a better scorer last time.
I do, but I'm saying, but even when I said it then, I was like, they're in the same realm. I said that. I know I said that.
Interesting.
And I think that's the next step. I think Kareem, Hakeem, and Shaq, and then KD. I think those are the next realm of scores.
I don't think Hakeem's in that tier, respectfully.
Respectfully.
Yeah, but no one can call me a Hakeem hater. I'm higher on Hakeem than damn near everyone. So, but Kareem to me is.
So your big thing for measuring stick is the true shooting percentage, right? What's your measuring stick for passing? Is it just the eye test?
I mean, there is some level of production, longevity, et cetera, but I do need to like watch what's going on. Like what are you doing? Like,
so the efficiency of the offense doesn't mean anything.
That means something, but it kind of also depends on your role on the team, though. And like John Stockton to me,
we got to get some Steve Nash.
A lot of variables.
John Stockton doesn't really make. I don't think he's going to move the needle for any team's offensive efficiency, in my humble opinion. He does, but not as much as like other passing playmakers. I think you'll get what I'm saying. Like he's not moving it to the degree of like Magic or Nash or anything like that.
But he made the finals twice.
Please shut the fuck up, Marz. Just shut up.
People just hate facts.
Comments are going crazy with the Kobe, Kevin Durant versus a guy like LeBron.
Tell that nigga KD to actually show up against elite defenses. How about that?
No, I think the interesting discussion, because I think the Kobe and KD argument is these guys obviously have more of a quote unquote bag. Could you say that?
Yeah, KD's bag.
And that's the problem. The whole KD bag. Go back and rewatch a lot of his stuff in OKC. It was him coming off a lot of screens, a lot of pin downs, Russ setting him up. It wasn't as much as y'all think him going ISO 1-on-1. He wasn't doing that like y'all make it seem. He wasn't doing a heavy tween. He wasn't doing that, bro. Let's cut the malarkey.
Kobe's got a bag though. Kobe's got a bag.
No,
Kobe's degree of difficulty.
Kobe's bag is so.
Yeah, to me, that's why I think.
I know. That's why I said it's club. If you want to put him, I'm not going to sit here and fight and tussle with you, dub. Damn. But KD though. Oh yeah, I'm definitely fighting that.
From what I remember, Kobe's played.
Done a lot of homework for KD, which is ridiculous.
Does KD get a boost just for being? I think 6'11" with that skill set just gives him a boost.
I don't care. I don't care.
All right, Stephen A.
Don't care.
6'11" helps.
He's 6'11". It's him to show up then.
Where do you have Kobe? Where do you have Kobe all time as a scorer?
I just said it.
He said top three.
I've said it.
Your top three is LeBron,
MJ, Kobe.
Yes, I've said it several times.
Jalen, what's your top three?
It's LeBron. Number one is.
I'm not gonna lie. No, LeBron actually wasn't my greatest scorer. No, I had MJ as number one.
Oh wow, objective.
Common sense. I mean, if you said LeBron, then you'd have been trying.
No, yeah, I had MJ one. I actually didn't have even LeBron at two. I had Kobe two as well.
Okay. And LeBron is three.
I respect that.
And LeBron is three. Just go ahead and say it, Jalen.
Yeah, LeBron is three. LeBron is three.
Of course.
At the end of the day, he still gets you buckets.
Does anybody in the bottom room have anything to say?
We don't care about.
Oh yeah, I got KD 3 over LeBron.
That's a funny joke.
What's the reasoning? I just want to hear the reason.
His bag.
It's the shooting.
So where do you
I value the outside shooting, and yeah, part of it is. Probably like four.
What would do the shooting with the rest of the people?
Like who? Steph?
Yeah, Steph.
Everyone shoots better than him, but yeah, sure, Steph.
No, I mean LeBron's right up there. The reason why I have KD up there is because the volume of scoring. Like Lowe's overstating the drop off, in my opinion. I think he's just overstating that. But
what do you mean the volume of scoring? How far off the volume is LeBron and KD?
No. I'm saying the reason why he's up there with LeBron, so the volume's up there with the shooting. Yeah, with the shooting. If you want to say the bag, the bag is part of it. But then for me, it's just like where he can score. He score everywhere on the court. I value that. To me, I like skill.
So why he don't do that against elite level defenses then? Why he don't do that then?
I just want to know about Steph.
Steph will be probably. I'll have Steph probably like 6 or 7. Yeah,
but you're making this up as you go. Let's keep it.
But if
I don't have my list right there, but I'm thinking.
I know you don't. I can tell. You're just making this up as you go. I know.
No, but I'm sorry with it. No, KD was sure was 3 from the jump.
That's fine, but Steph has volume, translates to the playoffs, and he's the best shooter to ever exist.
He's
ISO scoring.
Yeah, Steph Curry's ISO scoring.
What about it?
That's what puts him down. That's what puts him below KD.
No,
you don't ISO score like KD.
LeBron James
over LeBron.
That's
because Steph Curry. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but his scoring has to be dropping off in the playoffs too. Because I mean, volume wise, so much. It's not.
I don't think so. I mean,
if you're willing to overlook KD's dropping, I don't know what we're talking about right now.
Wait. You have Stephen Curry under LeBron James as a score?
Yeah.
Oh, and the bag talk is really important for you for KD and LeBron.
That's what. Yeah, that'll probably be the separation. This is shooting, like the separation in shooting.
The I want to be clear. The volume from regular season to playoffs stays the same, but actually goes up in the playoffs. But slightly, it's relatively the same. The field goal percentage drops off by 2%. I'm gonna do true shooting as well. The field goal percentage drops off by 2%. The 3-point percentage drops off by 3%, and the free throw percentage is about the same as well. And I'll go to true shooting. But
you talking about Steph?
This is all Steph. Yeah, this is Steph.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you would have to say Steph is better if you're going off the shooting.
Off of shooting, yeah, he would.
I do think you would have to. I have him better.
Nah, I mean, I hear you on that. For me, I always had KD top 3.
True shooting dropped off 3%.
You said who?
Kyrie or LeBron. That's a nasty name. Kyrie is just disgusting.
Come on, man.
We're not being serious now. This is not serious hoops. LeBron James tax. Let's be honest with ourselves. He don't show up without LeBron on his team.
Talk about it.
Yeah, Lo, I got beef with you, Lo.
Yeah, Kyrie doesn't. What's up? What's up?
Crazy.
Yeah. Lo,
I know it is crazy that he falls off. Yeah, what's up? What's
up? How supportive have you been of this Denver Nuggets team, like in the regular season?
I don't know. I don't know what's the, I guess, supportive. I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say like an 8.
Okay. And after the Lakers beat the Pelicans, did you or did you not start a space where you said that the Lakers could beat the Nuggets if they matched up?
I could, sure, maybe.
Yeah, and did you or did you not say that Jokic could not guard that LeBron AD pick and roll?
Yeah, when LeBron was healthy, yes, I did say that, yeah.
Okay. My problem is...
You clearly see he's not healthy, right?
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, okay.
My problem is, Lo, like, you in Spaces and you on PC are 2 different people because you have not been riding the Nuggets this hard in the regular season. Like, right now, you are literally meat gawking. Like, you're sliming, kicking, tricking on it, Lo.
Love the...
A, trolling exists. B, I vividly remember in the Spaces, especially when I've been in Spaces with other Laker fans, they were adamantly saying, "We want the Nuggets, we want them," and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know how much you really want the Nuggets. So, okay. I've been very adamantly, especially, I mean, catching me in a space and thinking that would be my full, fleshed out response or beliefs is kind of disingenuous.
But let me ask this then. Do you think that Nuggets are overperforming on defense in playoffs?
No, I think they've been a really good defensive unit all year long.
Okay, because
maybe outside of a week or 2.
You said that this was during their rough stretch. It was after like the Raptors beat them. You said in Spaces that fuck them advanced analytics nerds, that they were lying, that if you watch the game, the Denver Nuggets defense is sus. You said this. Like, I can find the space right now.
Sus and playing good are 2 different things, though. They have every team has suspect aspects of their game. And again, I've said, I remember also saying that it all is matchup dependent. I've also made tweets highlighting that depending on the matchups that they go up against is well, depending on how they'll be able to be exploited. I don't think they went up against anyone in this postseason run that had the ability to exploit their matchups. So if they went against Curry or Luka, or if LeBron was healthy, then yes, you would see how sus the defense really was. But when you don't have to face any of those players and you're going to go in the finals and match up against either Jimmy Butler or Jason Tatum, you more than likely the sus aspect of their defense won't be exploited.
Okay, but you also said and you said this on panel. You were talking about
it could be exploited. What Miami or Boston?
Oh, Miami! Oh, that's hilarious.
Miami.
That's hilarious, dog. Wait, what did he say? What'd you say again? Not you.
You said on panel that in the past 2 seasons that you don't blame Jokic for losing, especially because of the talent of the roster in playoffs and postseason. But I know, and you know, that it was mostly because of Jokic's defense that they lost those 2 postseason runs. In fact, their offense, if you look at it from eye test and based on the numbers, their offense in those 2 postseason runs, one was a sweep. No, I think it was a sweep by the Warriors, and the other one they went to the semifinals.
The sweep was by the Suns, and the Warriors was in 5.
Yeah, but their offense in those postseason runs, it was good. It was the defense. They were unrelentlessly attacking Jokic. And the only reason that Denver Nuggets are winning right now is because of adjustments by Michael Malone, finally, and the perimeter guys, Jeff Green, KCP, Bruce Brown, that they got in the offseason. But you have been capping saying it's the talent. And it's mostly their offense was fine in those postseason runs. It's mostly the defense.
What was the offensive rating of the Nuggets against the Suns?
I'll have to look that up.
I'll help you out. It was 108. You think that's a good offense?
Game 2 text.
108.
This nigga's crazy.
That's facts. Game 2.
That's a fine offense. That's a decent offense.
108 would have been 5 below league average that year.
In the postseason or in the regular season?
All right, fine. I'll do postseason. What postseason was that year? 108 would have been the 4th worst offensive rating in the playoffs, and it would have been -6 league average in the playoffs. So you think that's a good offense or a bad offense?
Well, for that series, if they had Jamal Murray, I think they would have actually won that series. But my problem is, if they beat the Clippers and they went to go play Giannis, do you think Jokic would have survived in that series? Giannis, top 5 rim pressure
because again that's matchup dependent. So no, I think that he would have had a hard time defending Giannis.
Well, that's my problem. You're making it seem like the Denver Nuggets they could have won.
I think, but name me the players and teams that will be able to defend Giannis accordingly.
Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat, the Los Angeles Lakers,
So 3 out of 30 teams.
Considering only 16 are in the playoffs.
Three out of 16 teams.
Considering some of those teams are like 8.
Giannis is the best player in the world.
Oh my god!
There are many teams that can guard him.
The
point I'm making is just like how you said, it's not that many teams that can guard Giannis. So sure, yes, there are teams that match up favorably with Giannis, but the reality of the matter is that majority of teams would not be able to defend Giannis, which is what happened in the finals anyway when he matched up against DeAndre Ayton. So yes, I think that Jokic would struggle to defend Giannis. Of course. Do I think Jokic would struggle to defend Curry, especially in high pick and roll situations? Sure. Same thing with Dame and Chris Paul constantly attacking the pick and roll and a healthy LeBron. Yes, but those are matchups that literally 99% of bigs are also struggling to defend against. Do you agree?
Yes, I'd say so.
Okay. So,
but my problem is as you get deeper into the postseason, you're going to find more Currys, more Dames, more Donovan Mitchell in 2020, which is a very underrated series for him because it was the bubble. He also cooked Jokic. So elite shot creators are everywhere in the postseason. The deeper you get, and then you have Giannis waiting for you in the finals. or Jason Tatum on that big
Jason
lineup
Tatum.
waiting for Jokic in finals.
Jason
So, like,
Tatum.
you can see my problem with your argument, right?
Jason Tatum is a to me. I don't know about Jason Tatum. You're throwing him.
He's about to come back from 3-0 though. He's about to come back.
You're throwing Tatum in conversations he doesn't belong in. But what you're saying is fine. I'm not denying that. That's a fine assessment to make. Which is why I've said it. Which is so ironic because I said this like 2 weeks ago, where I said I don't even know how to really fully assess Jokic in his postseason run, because not only has he not faced against anyone from a defensive standpoint, because I don't think any of the players that he's going up against is real comp, which I got somehow fried for because people thought that AD was going to stop him. But also, I'm not actually getting an understanding of like, can he actually defend some of the players that I always thought that he would have a problem with defending. The problem, however, is that this is an ongoing battle with many players in NBA history. So, for example, as great as Kevin Garnett was as a defender, when he matched up against like Tim Duncan, like he was just going to get body, especially in his prime, he was just going to get body. Does that disqualify Garnett as a bad defender, or does that qualify Garnett as a bad defender because he couldn't defend Tim Duncan in the post? No. Does that qualify him as a bad defender because he couldn't defend Shaq in the post? No. Does it disqualify Anthony Davis because he can't defend Jokic in the post? No. It's all matchup dependent. It's all depending on what you can do to certain matchups, because you're going to have favorable matchups and unfavorable matchups. And again, the players that you're naming will be unfavorable matchups for literally 99% of the bigs in today's league. So sure, if you have to match with those players, you figure out ways to circumvent that and go around it. I think the addition of KCP and Aaron Gordon has really aided them in those processes. And that's something that, again, every team around every player does throughout NBA history. But I don't think that really takes away, and if anything, that makes Jokic's defense even more palatable. But I don't think that really changes the fact that in the past 2 postseason runs, the reason why they lost had a lot to just do with the fact that his teammates weren't healthy. Because again,
but like you just
108
KD,
108 offense,
AD, and like specific like guys that could take advantage of them. Like there are handful of people that can take advantage of Jokic's defensive deficiencies.
No, there's like I personally believe there's only like 4 or 5 players that we're talking about. 4 or 5.
Who can Jokic guard, bro?
Okay, please name those 4 or 5 people.
We already named them: Curry, Luka, Dame, and healthy LeBron and healthy AD. I mean, Giannis.
So no Devin Booker. Again, Donovan Mitchell. He literally did that in the bubble. Cooked Jokic and drop. So no Donovan Mitchell. D-Book.
What if they play
Chris Paul?
Yeah, Chris Paul's done. Chris Paul's done.
Okay,
Chris Paul is done.
Yeah,
John Moran is hilarious. No.
How?
Yeah,
he's
the rim pressure. You don't think the rim pressure is gonna?
He would just go. They were going to screens, and they would just meet him at the basket every time.
Okay, sounds good. And when Jokic meets him at the basket, what's he gonna do?
He's not going to finish as well as you think that he does, because this entire season, John Moran has not finished around the rim as well as you probably think that he does.
You don't know what I think, first of all, but I'm just saying, what's Jokic going to do? He can't average 1 block.
He doesn't have to average a block for him to miss his shots.
Okay, but he's the worst rim protector for a center out of the elite centers in the game, right? Yes or no?
Of the elite centers,
of the elite centers, I guess it depends on how you feel about Domantas Sabonis, but sure. However, again, you don't have to be an elite defender to deter Ja for his shot to go down, for his percentages at the rim to go down enough to where it's a palatable defensive scheme to do that against him. Because again, he hasn't been finishing that well around the rim all season long, regardless of who he's attacking.
Okay, but I'm saying when he's going against Jokic, it might actually raise up, since Jokic.
That's a might. I guess that's a might. I mean, based off
Jokic's career of not being a rim protector, we should assume it would rise up, right?
Yeah, but again, who is it rose against? It's rose against who? Did it rise? How about this? How about
better than Jokic at rim protecting? So you can't compare them to him.
I don't know, but you said against the players that Jokic has defended. It rose. Okay, then I would ask, who did it rise against? Because did it rise against Anthony Edwards this year? Did Anthony Edwards rise as a finisher this year?
I would say so. Yes.
No, he did
not. I don't have the numbers. I don't have.
He had an elbow injury. He had an elbow injury, but he actually did have a poor shooting performance against the Nuggets for the first 2 games. Had one big game, and then.
Why do you think that he rose in the postseason as a finisher against Jokic? Why?
Well, looking at the broad sense, like, I'm not sure about numbers, but watching that series when Anthony Edwards drove, like, I'm pretty sure like that was good offense in that series. I'm not sure about the finishing numbers, but from fouls and just at the rim, like it looked good.
W test.
It looks good. Congrats. It looks good. Let me go look at what the actual facts say instead of us trying to figure out if it looked good or not.
That's what you do with passing, though, Lo. What are you talking about? You
from what I looked at it, from what I remember, it didn't look good either.
Of difficulty, man.
From what I remember, it didn't.
I'm talking about when Jokic was guarding him, not when like Aaron Gordon was helping Jokic guard him.
Thank you.
Well, then again, that's all a part of the defensive scheme, though.
I've been talking about Jokic specifically. Like you.
So, but
I'm talking about Jokic defensively.
I get that. But if the defensive scheme is in place to where it's difficult for you to even get to Jokic, well, doesn't that prove the point that I'm making? That it doesn't.
Yeah, and it's been in place for 1 year. Every other year, he's been getting cooked, which is why I'm trying to cook you.
Because he doesn't have that. Because he doesn't have that. Because he didn't have the same.
Don't forget username.
Can somebody mute John? I don't know what's going on.
I think it is John.
Because again, if you don't have the personnel around you, once more, a lot of your flaws are exploitable. There's no such thing as a perfect player. Also, I've never ever claimed that Jokic is an elite level defender. I've always acknowledged that he would need certain pieces around him. Actually, before the series even began, before the playoffs even began, that I still had that in question. So, and I've also stated that if Jokic were to lose in the postseason, it more than likely would be because of his defense. But that wouldn't change.
Is Jokic a below average defender to you? Yes or no?
I think he's an average defender.
Average? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, well, you've been saying that if he did have the talent around him, he could have made at least one of those postseason runs. And what I'm saying is no, because he's been like he would get cooked essentially. If you look at those, like they were elite. That's my problem. Like elite shot creators are everywhere in the postseason. So like. Eventually, he just get cooked. Even with Jamal Murray, like there'll be a series where he would just get cooked.
He'll just get cooked. Let's make that a slogan. I like that.
But the problem that you're not like just completely misunderstanding is that again, I've never denied that, especially against the players that he got cooked against. Those players that he got cooked against are players that everyone is going to get cooked against. Curry is going to.
I don't think you're listening to him.
Well, who?
I don't think you're listening to what his name is. Low as a kappa. I don't think you're listening to what he's saying.
What is he saying that I'm missing then?
Okay. He is saying you have said in the past that if Jokic's team was healthy, he would have won by now or made a finals run. That is what he's saying you have said.
When have I said that?
Now, okay, there we go. Now have the conversation. There we go.
Okay. When have I said that he will make a finals run? When
you said on the panel, like you were saying this to Ticket, like he hasn't had a healthy team. Like you even mentioned, like you had this debate, like when Kobe wasn't like like Shaq was getting Shaq didn't make deep postseason runs. Like, am I lying? You said when Kobe wasn't Kobe, like Shaq wasn't able to make deep postseason runs.
Okay.
Yeah, and you said that without Jamal Murray and a healthy MPJ, like Jokic was not able to take this team deep into the postseason. And you were saying that like it was a talent problem, like the offense was terrible. And I'm saying the offense was good. The problem was his defense. They were cooking him on defense.
But we established that the offense wasn't good, though. We just established that.
It was like that was one series, by the way. Like it was only
all right, fine. Well, let me go to the Warriors series. That's the other series that he lost. A 114 offensive rating. If I'm not mistaken, that was probably league average, but I'll double check.
But Golden State one of the best defenses in the NBA.
That is true. But that's still again against what they're supposed to be doing. That should be much higher.
What was Denver's defense in these series?
123 against the Warriors.
And against Phoenix in 2021?
Probably 120 something as well.
So egregious.
I've never denied these things. I've never denied that the defense from Jokic would be sound. My argument is that you would get way more production from other players. You might get different outcomes if the players are different. So trying to assess who Jokic is as a ball player when he doesn't have a full healthy roster would be that's a really bad argument.
Do you think in 2021 or 2022 Denver would have won, like made the finals or a deep postseason?
No, I think they could have made a deep postseason run because I think Jamal Murray and MPJ being there, they would not have let Jokic be a 6th seed.
It would have been
so
higher.
So if Jokic was a number 1 seed or a 2nd seed, then he probably would have been able to avoid the Warriors or Suns until the conference finals, which would then allow it to be a deep run. However, the problem is that I don't think that he would then be able to be adequate at defending Curry or Chris Paul at that stage of his career, because again, 99% of bigs can't do that anyway. So I would never even put that type of responsibility or expectations on Jokic regardless.
So this is the first year you think?
So you don't?
No, I still don't. I've said it before. I still don't know if I got that answer because they
No, not that answer. I'm saying this is the first year you think Jokic can win that he's had.
Oh yeah, I think this is the first year that
because he
hasn't. So you don't think he
more
could
defensive adequate help? Yes, I think.
You don't think he could have won last year with Murray and Porter?
I don't know. I just think it would have been a better situation than he had last year because again he finished with the 6th or 7th seed, so he had a 6th seed, so he had a matchup with an elite level team in the first round. In particular, a team that has the specific player that would be able to take advantage of who he was or who he is as a defender.
Yo, lowest cap.
But just I don't understand because he's gonna have Murray and Porter. They're gonna take advantage of them too, the other team. So I don't see how you're saying like.
Well, I think especially depending on how Porter has now translated to be a sound defender as well. Like Porter is not the weak defender that he once was. So all this stuff is a part of development. So even as a defender, I don't think Jokic is a bad defender now that he was in like 2021 or 2020, excuse me. Or 2021, yeah. I think even Jokic has improved as a defender over the past 2 to 3 years.
So Jokic.
How's Jokic improved specifically?
I think he's way better at moving his feet. I think he's way better at keeping his balance, especially when players are attacking him. I think he's much more sound at swiping when you're driving without actually fouling. I think that he's learned a little trick throughout the regular season where if they're doing a bounce pass, keeping him involved into offense at the top, he'll just kick the ball. He'll kick the ball and reset it. That's without a doubt defense.
I'm not gonna lie. I be watching some Denver games, and he just gets a clutch block out of nowhere. He just be doing that. I don't know how he does it. He always gets a lot of clutch blocks.
He's got
like at the end of the game.
He's got a couple.
It's easy to do that when you talking about the playoffs, right?
No, these are regular season when you got clutch
regular
blocks.
season.
No, I'm talking about a regular season. He like
It's
throughout the
easy to
years.
do that because of what?
Years.
I was about to say something nasty.
I was gonna say some nasty shit, but low. I think what
You've
low
been gonna.
what low as the capper is saying, right? Which I do agree with. You said a point where how we're gonna accurately assess Jokic without a full healthy team, which is fair. But we could see how somebody's weaknesses are and see how it can translate. And I believe low is capping, which your main reasonings was Jokic's defense as a defender, correct? Because in the postseason, that was something that was getting picked apart. And that's a fair assessment to have. So
I'm just trying to figure out when have I ever refuted that? Because even before the playoffs started,
but he's gonna get cooked by anybody if the Phoenix says go to State War. He's gonna get cooked by anybody. So why do I expect good defense from him? You literally said that today, actually. You literally said that today.
I know. I've said that. That's my point, though. That's the argument that we're saying here. I've never refuted the fact that if matched up with the proper team, that Jokic could still get cooked. I've never made that change. All throughout the regular season, I've also established that if they lose, it's more than likely going to be because he gets cooked defensively. Matter of fact, before the playoffs started, I thought that if the Warriors can make it to the conference finals, more than likely, that means that the Warriors will be able to piece together a really solid run and that the team will actually be able to become cohesive enough to make a conference finals. And if that happened, Jokic would get cooked in the conference finals and that the Warriors would make the NBA finals. That was actually my prediction. So I've acknowledged it several different times.
Yeah, you got no faith in this guy. You think he's that good.
Yeah, my argument has never been about who he was as a defender. I've openly acknowledged who he was as a defender and how that can be a detriment to his team. So much so that I would still pick the Warriors before the playoffs began. I picked the Warriors to beat them because of that exact same flaw. So again, I don't know where. Your argument is this, I don't know, it's null and void. I've acknowledged it several different times. Y'all are ignoring the things that I'm saying and making it seem as if I'm saying something.
Doesn't all great players have a deficiency?
Hold on, wait.
That's my point. John, you're right. All great players do have a deficiency. So that's why
do you think that's what I'm saying? Why you think the Warriors with a fully healthy team, why do you think the Warriors is gonna win? You should say it's a 50-50 chance. Like what?
Oh, I thought it could go like a 6-7 game series. But what I'm saying is I assumed that the deficiency of Jokic would be the demise of the the Warriors. I mean the Nuggets. I've already
Okay. You're saying it's gonna be a hard series.
Yeah.
I think
the lack of size also would like work in favor of the Nuggets. Like it's all matchup dependent. It's all matchup dependent.
Low as the capper. What was you about to say, bro?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like Low makes it seem like they are just like a handful of like 4 guys in the league that can take advantage of Jokic. I think there are way more, like up to like 6, 7, maybe 10 guys really that can take advantage.
Name the other 5 guys that I did not name.
Literally any elite pull-up jump shooter. Like I believe Darius Garland is one of those guys.
Darius Garland is not elite. Darius Garland is not elite.
Not an elite 3-point shooter. He's not elite pull-up 3-point shooter.
Pull up. You said
pull up. I didn't watch the Timberwolves series, but did Edwards cook him? Because I just seen his numbers are good. I didn't watch it though. The Timberwolves did Edwards cook him?
This is what I meant to look
Edwards wasn't cooking.
He wasn't
Jokic
cooking.
per se.
No.
Oh, okay. So you cooking Gordon? Damn.
He was sub 60% and less than 8 feet from the basket. Oh wait, let me what you call it.
Low as the cap. I would like to for you to continue the list though.
Yeah, can you?
No, I'm not gonna lie. It's like a low bodied you and you just keep like
What can we? You said
it's somebody else's conversation. He came in one and beef.
Before I go back to the Anthony.
I'm not gonna interject.
What are the numbers? What are the numbers that you believe? I'm not the numbers. Excuse me. Who are the players that you believe that outside of the 4 or 5 that I named? Who are the other 5?
Like again, I told you Donovan Mitchell. You previously didn't say Devin Booker, which we have seen him cook Jokic.
Lokic.
Yeah, Jokic. Devin Booker, Darius Garland, I believe. Give me a second. Devin Booker, Darius Garland, I believe. Literally anyone with elite rim pressure slash an elite pull-up jump shooter.
Jalen Green.
Jason Tatum.
No. I want him to say the names. Say the names. You name 3 names.
We can't help him.
Specific names. I'll give you
Damian Lillard.
Zach LaVine.
Joel
Dame is an acceptable without a doubt. Dame is an acceptable.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, Paul George.
Paul George is hilarious.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant is another hilarious.
I'm not
Kevin Durant's hilarious.
Kevin Durant cook Jokic.
Healthy Kevin Durant.
He doesn't put enough pressure on the rims to do that though.
To cook.
Kyrie.
Why you need the pressure? Thank you. Like any elite jump shooter in the league.
I thought it was a pull-up jump shooter, not going to the rim. I thought that's what we were saying.
Yeah,
jump shooter.
Anyone with elite rim pressure / any elite pull-up jump shooter, and that's my problem with Low. He's making it seem like it's like 4 guys in the league.
So why didn't KD do that in this series? Why didn't he do that?
Because KD is a fraud. Like, come on. Like it's Kevin Durant. Come on.
Oh man.
All right, well,
that's tough.
To be fair, he never mentioned Kevin Durant. So to be fair,
Phoenix were a terribly constructed roster, but it's fine.
They were a terrible constructed roster, and you not regarding that Low is.
But what does that have to do with just getting him?
But even then, you do
involved
this all the time. You pick our one name, and then we just gave you a lot of other.
Oh, I think Darius Garland is another terrible name. I think Dame was a good name. And if Kawhi really wants to put rim pressure, Jalen, shut the fuck up.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is not a good. No.
Zach LaVine was.
Why is he not a good one?
Zach LaVine. Yeah, thank you, Zach LaVine.
I said Zach. No.
If Zach gets it going, I can hear Zach. But y'all,
if he gets it going, it's Jokic. He will get it going. Come on.
Are we counting? Are we counting?
I'm so confused. If y'all keep saying this, why is the Anthony Edwards? Okay, all right, go ahead. You want to read the super chats and I'll read off what Anthony Edwards did in the postseason. Go ahead and read that off.
That's so nasty because you know it's about construction, Low.
Like, there were better perimeter defenders, and there was a better scheme around. Like this year and previous other years. That's what I'm saying. Like this year, they are winning because Mike Malone is making those adjustments.
This is so bothering to me because it's like, okay, y'all saying that these players have to be in these perfect situations for them to pull this off, but apparently Jokic is that bad of a defender.
They haven't. The Nuggets haven't faced nobody. Listen, the Nuggets have not faced, and you even said this, have not faced a well constructed offense at all. They haven't.
They had the Suns wasn't a good constructed offense. The
Okay.
Lakers weren't a good constructed offense.
Okay.
Damn sure the fucking Wolves weren't a good league constructed.
Agree. And I don't.
Okay,
Hey, when they get into the finals, they still not gonna be faced.
And we'll see. And we'll see. But you can't bring up why didn't Anthony Edwards do this? Why didn't Kevin Durant do this?
Because that's a name that they brought up, Dub. They brought up the name.
We're just saying that those guys could cook Jokic. Then you
No,
say, well, why did
okay,
they do? That's
but
all
my
I'm
but
saying.
my question is that if Jokic is that bad of a defender that y'all make him out to be, why is it these players that you already believe will cook him also would then have to be in a perfectly constructed roster for them to be able to pull that off?
It doesn't have to be.
I don't believe that.
Wait, Lo, which one do you agree with?
He's saying that he don't even believe that. Wait, Dub, do you
Wait,
come on, Dub?
Go
Dub,
ahead,
do the- okay, give me
let
the-
Lowe's Capper go because I don't want to hijack his.
Can we count to 10? Like, which one do you agree with?
I agree.
Got
Like
2 minutes. Go ahead, Lowe's Capper.
Like what like. And like
do
for
low
the
nose right
previous
after
seasons, you were mentioning that Jokic could make a deep postseason run. Those years, I believe they absolutely would have cooked him. But for this year, he's showing they are scram switching. They are doing everything they fucking can to keep him away from like not KD, Devin Booker and
from the ball handler. Yes.
Yeah, the elite pull up jump shooters.
Yes.
But like what I'm trying to say is
that
there are
not
so many
everybody,
other
though?
guys.
Is that not
like
everybody?
if they
though?
use if they just consider the drop and the mid-range jumpers and
Low as
three-point shots.
low as a capper. Is that not everyone? Don't the Warriors also scram switch for Curry as well?
Yeah, they hide Curry. They hide. Yeah, they hide a lot of people.
Okay.
That's normal.
Do they not scram switch even for like Al Horford and Grant Williams at time with the Boston Celtics?
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying like my argument was you said in previous other seasons they would have made deep postseason runs with Jamal Murray, and I believe. Well, before you explained, like, okay, they would have, gotten the higher seed in the regular season. I believe if they were the same seed with the talent that they had, Jamal Murray on healthy.
Wait, yeah, they wouldn't be the same seed. That's dumb.
That's the
dumb.
point. They wouldn't be the
Yeah,
same
that's
seed.
dumb.
We could do this on low nose.
Oh, exactly. Get him out of here.
Oh no, he's pulling.
Low.
He could pull up. I'll send you the link. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, get him out of here, dog. Get him. Yo, get him.
Hey, let him read the super chat. What's going on?
Oh, read it.
Read that.
It's too late. Like the show, y'all have a safe Memorial Day weekend.
Bro, read the super chats, dub. Stop,
No,
dub.
I don't have time.
Yes, you do. I'm the next one. Yes, you can. I'm the next one. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I got rid of it already. I can't go back. Low getting cooked by Kane from Menace to Society. Dub owes me some meat for real. Low playing Hakeem level defense right now. Respect it. Marz and Jalen owe me some meat too. Celtics in 7.
That's crazy.
Larger hindrance, Jokic's defense or Giannis's.
I ain't gonna lie. This is those are the fact that we had to yell to get those super chats off. Nasty, bro.
Peace. No.
Sports tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Y'all be safe.
Talk about it.
Yeah, tap in.